Okay then guys, welcome back. We're
Hello.
for our second battle report. We are missing Charlie, so it's just Jamie and myself.
But that should be more than enough.
Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? We'll see. Okay, so the game we're going to be doing today, we've not decided on mission yet. We're going to roll that up in a minute, but it's going to be 2,000 points, so a little bit larger than the last time. Jamie has his beautiful and topical Blood Ravens army, which he is going to take you through about now.
Right guys, so this is a 2,000 point brigade army for Space Marines. Ooh, not something you see very often. As Rich said, it's a Blood Raven army, and it is quite a unique Blood Raven army, I think, because it's entirely based on the Dawn of War games series, which is one of the first things that I played when I started getting back into Warhammer many years ago. Everything in it more or less should be something represented from the game, so if it's not in one of the games, then it's not in this army. So you can see, I'll go through the units and it should become clear. We are going to be trialling the new Blood Ravens chapter tactic, which I find pretty underwhelming, to be honest, but having previously used them as salamanders, I think that, yeah, we shall see how it goes. It'll be of slight benefit to the Psyker, and I will be taking the stratagem, which allows him to be a chief librarian as well, for an extra psychic power and an extra deny, I think, isn't it? Which could be useful.
Okay then, so what you're running?
Right, so again, we have Captain Gabriel Angelos before his ascension to Chapter Master. So he's as seen in the first Dawn of War game, so he has a relic blade. He will obviously be the Warlord. We thought Imperium's Sword would probably be the best representative Warlord trait for him, and he has the Armour Indomitus to represent this nice gold plastron. His two partners in crime, we have, well, he's called Captain in the games, Captain Diomedes, but he's the Captain of the Honour Guard, but he's going to be run as a Lieutenant, so he's the second in command to Captain Angelos. To give him a bit more punch, we gave his Lightning Claw an upgrade, so it's not a lightning claw, it's a chain sword, and it's actually the Teeth of Terror, so makes him a bit more of a combat monster. And then we have Jonah Orion. He is chief librarian. He hasn't got any relics. I would have given him the Tome of Malcador before they brought out the Blood Ravens Codex, but now actually you can just take the chief librarian upgrade, which does the same and more. So we spent 2 of my 15 command points? 15. Yeah, so 2 of those command points before the battle on the extra relic and on the Blood Ravens stratagem. So now we're down to 13. Troops wise, we have 4 5-man tactical squads dotted around here. We have 2 scout squads, one with sniper rifles, no cloaks I don't believe, and one with bolters. Then we have, making up the elite slot, Davian Thule as a venerable dreadnought, and the classic Hellfire dreadnought, which for anyone who's not played Dawn of War is basically just a dreadnought with 2 shooty weapons. And then the last one in the elite slot being a Terminator squad. Moving on to fast attack, we have here a assault squad, and then a land speeder and a converted land speeder Tempest. Again, if it's not in the Dawn of War games, it's not in the army. Lastly, heavy support, we've got Devastator squad, Predator and a Whirlwind, 1 dedicated transport also. Some keen-eyed viewers may note that the sergeants from the Dawn of War 2 game do make an appearance here. Prizes if you can guess who's who. And that's about it. Okay,
so a very fluffy army.
Yeah.
This is what we like on the channel, something a bit different, and you know, with the Codex just dropping, what better way to showcase them than an army based on their origins? So
totally.
I'm liking it. I'm slightly concerned with what I'm bringing. There's a lot of firepower there and a lot of bodies. So that's the Blood Ravens. We'll now be looking
Horde Space Marines.
Horde Space Marines. We'll now have a look at my my army.
Your beautiful army.
My Harlequins.
Let's do it.
So the Harlequins, I've gone for a slightly unconventional army in the fact that I've taken things that aren't bikes. We've gone for a double detachment army. It's going to be a battalion of Soaring Spite with 3 troop masters, one of which holding this Starmis raiment. So that's the relic to prevent overwatch, always really, really handy when playing Harlequins. We've then backed up by 4 troops, all in Star Weavers. 3 of those troops are mixed weapons with fusion pistols, 1 troop with none. They have got a mix of caresses and kisses and Harlequins blades in there. I won't go through each individual one because that's a lot. They are then backed up by a Vanguard detachment, which is 2 Shadow Seers, one of which being my actual Warlord with Path of the Twilight as the Warlord trait, so regenerating command points, hopefully. That was then with 2 Death Jesters and a Solitaire, and then we're going to be looking at 2 squads of bikes, only one with Haywire. The other one is armed with shuriken cannons.
Richard,
believe it or not.
What were you thinking?
I know, shocking, but you know. The last piece,
I spotted that.
very rarely seen, is a Void Weaver. I don't expect it to do very much, but it's in my collection, so I felt like I should use it once or twice.
Good man.
So this is my Harlequin army. It was painted up for a challenge actually for the Splinter Mine podcast. I did it for a Kegerax challenge, which was always good fun. Did it in a fairly quick time, much to the podcast people's chagrin. But it's one that unfortunately hasn't had much luck on the tabletop. I think it's probably lost 3 out of its last 4 encounters on the board. So
you should get 3 extra victory points just for how pretty it is.
If only it worked that way.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through the mission in a minute and set the board up. Let's get to it. So then we've got a board all set up, 2 armies facing off. We're going to be doing the supplies from above mission. So that's the 6 objectives that move, floating around. Does give me a slight benefit in the fact that most of my army has fly, but should be an interesting one. So in terms of objectives, they're fairly evenly spaced out, but more so towards the Blood Ravens deployment zone, which to be fair is where I intend to be for most of the game anyway.
Me too.
So the Harlequins have set up first, which at the moment means they're going first. Yep. They've set up with a little bit of spearhead in the middle, with the 4 Star Weavers with troops inside. The troop masters are on the outside just to signify what transport they're in. We've got a unit of bikes on each flank, and then the Void Weaver backing up with both Death Jesters, Shadow Seer, and a Solitaire, just making up the numbers down there. Blood Ravens, Jamie, do you want to describe your deployment?
Pretty castled. I'm a bit scared of those Death Jesters, so my 3 characters are hiding out of line of sight. We've got Angelos behind this pillar, the Chief Librarian here, and the jump pack guy whose name eludes me, Diomedes, he's over here. So they're going to have to move in order to try and get to me, and I don't think they can get to me necessarily in the first turn. The alternative was to put them in the Rhino, but I figured that was probably going to get blown up, if not by these, then by something else. It's been a bit tricky deployment because with the spearhead, obviously Harlequins are going to get to me very quickly, so I have pulled back a little bit, trying to keep these vehicles that I want to be shooting from being shut down. I think the main threat is probably from these bikes over here with the Shadow Seer nearby.
The Haywire bikes?
Yeah. So what I've done is I've just put a little blob of scouts out in the open there just to limit where they can go in order to start cutting in here. And yeah, some more scouts up here on the objective. And that's about it.
Okay, so as it stands, Harlequins will be having the first turn.
That's what you think. I'll have the last laugh. Right.
Oh no, not laughing jokes. Not now.
Sorry.
So, seize the initiative.
Yep. You know what's going to happen. Oh, so
close. Oh, so
close.
close. So, we'll come back, do a bit of movement, and then it's going to be Harlequins turn 1.
Right guys, I'm behind the camera, beware.
Okay then, so nice and simple for movement phase for Harlequins, generally is. So the troops have pushed forward but only slightly. I'm trying to use a bit of the line of sight block in here just to protect myself from So there's quite a few bits of heavy firepower there that's looking at me. I'm not quite going to get enough charges in the first turn to really make it worthwhile. Haywire bikes have, however, shot right up into his face. They've advanced heavily. We'll see what they can do in a minute. Death Jesters, Shadow Seer and Solitaire have actually stayed still, just trying to work out what to do with them. They're going to hold back for the moment. And then the final unit bikes here have shot up, but they're doing a bit of a flanking manoeuvre for me. They're currently just acting as support. Lastly, Void Weaver, right on the middle objective, right in the centre. We'll just see what he can do. We're going to give it a chance. So we'll go into the psychic phase. There's not a great deal that I want to do out of this, but we'll see what happens. Okay then, so I only actually got one psychic power that I want to get off, and that's Twilight Pathways from this guy. We're going to cast it onto this nearest Star Weaver. So I need to get a 6 on it. Gets it on a 7, so we'll take that. So he is going to advance, which with the Harlequins they can get an automatic 6-inch advance. So he's going to pop himself there with a Troop Master inside. Turn it back facing the right way. And then that's it.
First mistake.
That's it for my...
You know there's assault squad there.
Huh?
You know there's an assault squad.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's good. Okay.
That's it for my psychic phase. We'll go into shooting phase.
Let's do it. Right, shooting phase it is.
So shooting phase, we're going to start off generally as I always do. So start off with the big ones, the big guns. Naturally, Haywire bikes.
Here we are.
So they're going to be declaring all of their shots against the whirlwind.
Not the whirlwind.
So 4d6 shots. This is normally where they fail me. We'll take that. That's not too bad. So 15. 4. 8. 15. Now, even though they advance, they're soaring spite, which means that means they don't suffer the penalty. So they're still hitting on 3s.
Okay. I'm going to play a stratagem. Do you know what the stratagem is?
Is it one to ignore mortal wounds?
It is one to play ignore mortal wounds. Armour of Contempt, I believe.
Sensible, sensible. Okay, so since you're playing that, I'm going to see if I get it. How many command points is it?
It's 1.
No, I don't. Okay, so rolling to wound.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 2d3
Yeah.
plus another 4.
It's almost as if we anticipated this happening.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start off. So 2d3. Oh,
Richard.
6.
Behave yourself.
Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then of that, you'll have 4 armour saves as well.
Okay, so we'll do the 4 armour saves first, shall we?
Yeah.
Is there any minus on them?
-1.
Okay, so it's 4s. Okay, so we've taken 2 wounds. I believe that leaves it with 9. Don't quote me. And then how many mortal wounds is that?
10.
10 mortal wounds. Okay, so fingers crossed we'll save some. It's on 5 pluses. Let's see.
Save 2.
Not great. Okay, so let me just double check a whirlwind. I think they are 11 wounds.
Yeah.
So we've just checked it, and yeah, whirlwind does indeed have 11 wounds, so he remains alive on 1 wound.
1 wound.
Wow.
So naturally,
not for much longer.
naturally, we want to try and plink that off,
Mm.
but it's probably not going to be amazingly easy. So what we're going to start with, is it's going to be the Void Weaver. There's not much else that can see.
Out of this thing here, I believe.
Yes, and if he gets it, it'll be the first thing he's ever done.
Very good.
So we're going to go everything into it.
Okay.
Always shoot what you can kill. So Haywire for a start, because we're 6 shots.
That's a good start.
So
Stop
hidden on
doing
3s again. Oh, there we are. That's all equaled out. And then just single 4 or more. No.
Oh, Richard, do you want to command point that?
No. We're then going to burn all of the rest of the shuriken cannon shots into him.
Okay.
Again, hidden on 3s. So 4 out of 6, that's not too bad.
Looking for those 6s.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So we could have done with getting rid of that, to be honest.
Wow.
I'll have to check ranges and line of sight on a few other bits, but that might be close to the end of my shooting phase. That. Okay, so a few more shuriken cannons, and that's about it. So I've got 2 Star Weavers in the centre that can see through the ruins. They're going to be shooting this front squad here.
Okay. So
just
a squad of 5 Marines.
Yeah, try and soften them up a little bit. So we're going to go first guy at the front. With 1 miss.
Very good.
And then looking for the 3s. So 4 standard armour saves and 1 at -3.
So 4 standard armour saves.
Oh, nicely done.
Armour. And 1 at -3. So looking for that 6.
No, so 1 goes down.
Sorry, buddy.
And then we're looking for a bit more damage out of the second one. So 1 miss again. Definitely accurate, these Harlequins today. 1 and 2 standard armors.
Let's see if we can do that again. 2 3-up saves. Ooh, 1 has gone
One
through. Now we're looking for the 6. No, so we lost 2.
Okay, we're going to jump over to the Shadowseer here, who is going to fire his Phantasm grenade launcher at this unit of scouts down the front. Yeah, so it's hidden on 2. Oh, and he actually hits. What's your leadership?
I believe with the sergeant it will be 8.
8. So I need to roll an 8 or over. Fail.
Just bad
Not going to
happen if you
command
roll 8 or over.
Yeah, that's D3 mortal wounds should I do it, but it doesn't often happen. And then lastly, we've got 4 shuriken cannons here, which are going to be shooting up into scouts on top of the building here.
Very good. Let's move around here.
4. So 3s to hit. And then we'll look at those 3s to wound. Ooh, all wound.
So
That's 2, 4, 6, 7 in total.
Can I borrow your unlucky dice?
You definitely can.
So, no modifiers on any of them. I didn't
No
do
modifiers on
6s,
any.
so we're at +1 save. So we're looking at 3s.
Ooh, 1 goes. That's good armour saves there.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a wrap for my shooting phase. There will be a charge or 2.
Casualty pile thus far.
That's not a great start, but we'll take it. We'll come back in the end of the charge phase. Okay, so Skyweavers made their assault in. They've, as you can say, taken advantage of the new FAQ for fly.
Back to how it should have been.
Exactly how it should have been. So they've charged the scouts and the rhino, leapfrogged over the top of the scouts, as you can see.
Overwatch was poor, so
Yeah, Overwatch wasn't great. The Star Weaver that hurdled up has also got himself into base-to-base contact, just as an attempt to try and save himself should they not run away or die. So we're going to resolve the attacks now.
yes, go for it.
We'll divvy them up and then we'll come back on it.
So we know what we're doing.
Okay, so divvying up the attacks, we're going to be doing 3 Skyweavers against the Rhino and 1 against the Scouts. So we're going to go up against the Rhino first. Hitting on 3s. Not too bad. About even. And then
Tough as 7.
we are sadly wounding on 5s.
Good luck.
Oh!
Look at that.
So that is 4 healthy, -2, 2 damage.
Right, very good. So let's have a roll. Nearly 5s. That was good. So it's down to 3 wounds remaining.
8 damage taken. Now we'll resolve the 1 lone guy against the scouts. He hits with all 3. Wounds with 2. Oh wait, no. Wounds with 1.
Wounds with 1.
And that is at -2 damage.
Nice.
So 1 is gone.
Right.
So we'll do the casualty. Oh no, we've got a got a Star Weaver to come.
And the Star Weaver that's cut around the side there.
There it is, crept around the side. So I will have to check the book and come back. Yes.
Back.
So back in after my brain fart. Attacks with the Star Weaver, which is obviously going against the scouts. So it's 3 attacks, hitting it on a crazy 3 up. At strength 5, so it's 3s. And that is just the 1 armor save, no negative.
There we go, just made it.
Just made it.
Okay.
Okay then, so
At the end of the turn.
that would be the end of the turn.
Except you're going to.
But I'm going to burn a stratagem.
And that would be?
For a whole 3 command points.
3 command points.
3 command points. For those Star Weavers to pile in and attack again. So, do I get my command points back? No, I don't. But not by much.
And how many does that leave you on now?
That leaves me on 6.
6. Very good.
6 left. Okay.
Okay.
So we had skipped a little bit ahead. Obviously, Jamie has to do his attacks back first.
Yes, I think so.
Obviously, being scouts, they can actually do something. So
I've got to be a bit canny here, I think, because I can see what's going to happen if I'm not. And if you kill the scouts, that's almost better. But if not, then I end up in a position where you wrap and trap me. So if I move him around there into base to base, the same with him, and then just trying to get them a bit away from those bikes to make it harder for you to trap me. Now he's pretty much in base to base with him, so he will have to stay there.
you do need to keep in coherency.
You probably do. 2 inches, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he can just be there. Okay. But then eventually if he's there, where did he start? Over here? Yeah, so I think that should be okay.
So your attacks?
Yep, so we've got 5 attacks. Nothing special about them. 2 hits. Wounding your 4s, I believe.
Indeed.
2 saves. That's all the bikes, obviously.
Use yours if you don't mind.
Yep.
Both are 5.
Excellent. And then the Rhino, I think, will just get 1 attack hitting on a 6 because it's crippled. That was worth it.
That was a miss.
Okay.
So now we'll do my consolidation
Do you wish to hand the camera?
and some more attacks.
Right.
So we've consolidated in, and whilst Jamie has been slightly canny, I think I may have still got him.
I think you might. Unless you kill me, of course, in which case...
Yeah, unless you kill. So they've pulled in, generally all pulled in the same direction. We've clumped up a little bit. Thankfully this isn't 7th edition, so I don't have to worry about blast templates now. We're going to be going in straight into attacks, and we're actually going to be throwing all against the Rhino.
I wondered.
So 1, 2, 3. So again, Harlequins seem to be hitting fairly well.
They're doing well, aren't they? Wounding so
Don't mind that.
Well, very good.
That's fairly standard. 1.
Oh dear.
1 wound.
I don't know if that's good for me or bad.
And that is a save. No, that's -2. So
But they're scouts.
that's against a Rhino.
Against the Rhino, of course. My mistake. So yeah.
So that is
saved.
safe.
3 wounds.
And that is the end of the Harlequin turn.
Are you sure it's the end of the Harlequin turn? Was there not something you wanted to do?
Something I wanted to do.
Did you not want to try and wrap and trap those scouts?
They are wrapped and trapped.
You're talking about this little dude down here?
That little dude right down there.
I see. Right. And the problem with clear bases is you can't see them. From
No.
this. Oh, very good. Very strategically played, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so just a brief summary.
Okay, so for a first turn that wasn't drastically bad. Managing to weaken the whirlwind definitely helped. Managed to wrap and trap the scouts. Should hopefully keep those bikes alive, or at least that's the hope. I have played a little bit more tentative than usual, but I think Jamie had castled up fairly well. It was always going to be hard for me to do a great deal of damage to the stuff that I really want to kill in the start. We'll see how his first turn goes. If I can keep a good portion of my army alive, I should be able to do a bit of damage in the next phase.
Excellent. Let's move on to Blood Ravens turn 1.
So, end of the Blood Ravens movement phase of turn 1. I actually cheekily interrupted him and burnt a stratagem for the hero's path, which means I got to pick up the Solitaire, the Death Jester, and the Shadow Seer that were hanging out back here. Stick them in reserve whilst Jamie did all of his moving, and then at the end of his phase,
Tricky clowns.
they deployed down here, and Death Jester behind these big crates over here. So Jamie, your movement phase.
Yep, so I've moved the land speeder along here and advanced it. There's a reason for that which I should come to. Scouts and Devastators and the back line of shooty stuff stayed put. The Rhino was backed out of combat to allow things to get in. Obviously I can't shoot because of the shenanigans down here with this little guy. But there are other ways of cracking open eggs.
Indeed, indeed.
This tactical squad shuffled itself into here. The Landspeeder Tempest has moved over here. What I've really tried to do in this turn, although it's not been as easy as I could have hoped, is to try and get myself on 1, 2, 3 of the objectives. Hopefully I'll be able to score 3 this turn, and Rich is only on 1 at the moment there and 1 there, so if I can remove this from here as well, then hopefully I can mitigate the amount of scoring he does on his first turn. Oh yes, sorry, so we're playing the objectives as columns, we should probably say. So actually that's not going to work, but I can still try and move it.
If you kill enough, it might happen.
Yeah, I've got plenty of tactical marines down here with firepower. Maybe we'll be able to get rid of that, but probably not the contents. So Predator, we'll see.
Okay, so
psychic phase.
Psychic phase, go straight in?
Yeah, go straight in. So he is a chief librarian according to stratagem, so he gets 1 extra power that he knows, 1 extra deny, but no extra to cast, sadly. So he's still going to cast 2 powers, and I think there's 2 key ones to cast.
I'd say so.
I think we know what they're going to be. You do have 2 Shadow Seers nearby.
I do.
So we should see how this goes. But I can re-roll any or all 1s because of the Blood Raven chapter tactic.
Indeed.
So, he is going to attempt to cast a Smite on bikes, obviously they're the closest unit. Goes off.
Gets on a 10, I am not going to try and deny that.
I didn't think you would, so let's hope for a big number. But of course...
Single mortal wound.
You know, this happened every time in the last game. I'm going to burn the command point. I'm going to just do it because it annoys me. Right.
Still one more.
That annoys me even more.
And I get the command point? No, I don't.
Really big. Okay, so that's not so great, but what we're going to try and do now is cast Null Zone.
Ooh.
Yes.
Every Harlequin's worst enemy, that one.
Absolutely.
When you've got so many models here with an invulnerable save.
Right, so it's 8, which is actually higher than I thought to cast Null Zone. You can see how often I take Space Marine Librarians. So perhaps it was foolish to burn that command point before, because I might need that reroll now to get it as A, to pass the casting test, and B, to avoid being denied by one of your Shadow Seers. Anyway, we'll see. Now I can re-roll that 1 because they're Blood Ravens, so that's not as bad as it looks. It's a 9.
There you are, so the 9, so you do get it. Can I deny?
Oh, it's a 7.
I'm going to burn a command point. I'm going to have to do it. So, first one.
It's a 5, he's done it.
5, so it is denied. Do I get my command point back? No, I don't.
How many have you got now?
That is me down to 3 command points.
3, wow, okay. So, I am also down to 11 command points. Right, we'll go into the shooting phase. That could have gone better, but yeah, here's what it is.
Okay. So, quick rejig of the maths. I've actually down to 2 command points now. I forgot that I bought an extra relic at the start of the game.
I'm on 11.
And Jamie's still on 11. He got his maths right. So, shooting phase.
Yes, so this assault squad here, they can't target this squad because they're in combat, but we've got 2 flamers that can target the
Star Weaver.
Star Weaver just around the corner there.
Indeed.
So 2d6, roll them over here.
Oh!
That's nice, isn't it?
There's his luck coming back.
So we need 5 on these. Oh, well, that's 2. Better than nothing.
I mean, 2, not too bad.
Yep.
So my saves. That is 2 saves.
Very good. I'll fire the Landspeeder Tempest at the same target.
Ooh, okay.
So, assault cannon, needing 4s because it moved.
This is on -1.
Oh, is it? Right.
Because it's a Star Weaver.
Okay, very good. So that's 2 hits, 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Stuff is 5.
Indeed, yeah.
Future breath.
That is 1 gone through.
Okay. And then I've got the salvo, or whatever the weapon it's called. I know it's 36 inch, 2d3 shots, so 3 shots. And so these 5s. 1 hit. And it's strength 6.
That is a wound.
That is a wound, okay.
So 4 up.
No, I believe it's -3 and 2 damage.
Ooh, so that puts me down to 3 wounds. Okay.
So next shot, this chap with the las cannon can also see the side of him.
Yep.
So he'll fire at him, and then I don't think anyone else will necessarily be in range, but we will check.
So it's a las cannon, 1 bolter that can see.
Yeah, I'm debating whether or not... No, I was debating whether or not to play Wisdom of the Ancients just to gain some reroll support around here because the captain's over there. But we won't do that. Okay, so he needs a 5 to hit with the las cannon because -1 for moving, -1 for him being a Harlequin. It's up to you.
I'd say that was fairly cocked, but we'll go with it.
No,
we'll go with it. It's flat now.
You sure? It depends how you
So
want to play it. I usually say if you move the obstruction and it lays on something, then
that's fine.
That's what it would have
That's
been.
a flat one.
Okay, so that's a
So
wound.
definitely wins. So do I save? No, it goes through.
Do we need a 3?
So that is gone through. So does it explode? No. So I'll roll for the guys in a minute. We'll get them out.
Okay.
So as per usual for me, didn't explode, but I did lose 2 guys coming out of it. Burned a command point to try and save one. Naturally rolled that one again, but I did, however, manage to roll another one and got the command point back. So yeah, small blessings. Okay, Jamie, you're next shooting.
Right. So we've got Dreadnought here. Can see up to this thing, a Void Weaver.
To the Void Weaver?
Yeah. So
indeed.
He will shoot. He's a venerable Dreadnought. He's an old chap, so he's going to be hitting on 3s because he moved, but probably 4s because of that.
-1. Yep.
Yep. So 4s to hit the assault cannon.
Yep. Not bad.
And then 3s to wound. There we go. And the lieutenant is over 6 away. So yeah, 3 saves, please.
So 3 saves. That is 2 failed, so 2 to 3.
And we have a Storm Bolter as well. We'll roll the maximum because of him needing 3s because it's not heavy. That's 1 more save.
We can't see it. That's saved. So it does take 2 wounds.
Okay. We're going to start doing some stratagems in a bit. But for now, I think first thing I'd like to do is shoot this Dreadnought up at him as well.
Okay, hold on. Yeah.
Sorry about that, I was just having a think. So he's going to shoot up at this as we discussed. So las cannon, he didn't move. He's a normal Dreadnought, so he needs 4s to hit. Twin las cannon, both hits. The missile, crack missile as well. Misses, but we can reroll 1s with captain nearby. Twin las cannon hits. Does it wound? 1 wounds. Lieutenant is nearby. No. So
1 armor save. That is a save.
That's a save. Very good. Next thing we will do, I think, is start shooting through the building with this unit. So we've got is that a Star Weaver on the other side?
Indeed, yeah.
So 4 plasma shots because we've got a combi plasma and normal plasma. 3 hits. 3 saves.
Ooh. What's up? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
not overcharged.
so that is 2 have gone through.
Okay. Now we then have some more shots over here. We have a melter gun and we have some bolt weapons. And can you probably tell me, is that the end of it?
That is in range.
So I think that means that 2 of them will be in longer range and the others will be in shorter range. So that's 6 bolt shots. Not very good. 1 save from that, and then the melter gun. The classic melter gun shots.
So 1 save for the bolter.
Yep.
That's saved.
Cool. The lieutenant, I don't think, can see anyone. Nope. Neither can the captain. He can see up there, I would suspect, just looking at the angle of things. So he's got a mastercrafted bolt gun. Hits. Fails to wound. Got some sniper scouts up here. I just thought I'd come up and get them out of the way. So 4 of them. I'm going to shoot down at your shadows here, actually.
Okay.
3 hits. And just the one wound.
The one wound. So 4 up invulnerable.
Good.
Is a save.
And this land speed, as remember, did advance, so I won't be shooting. What I'm going to do now, just before I forget, is shoot the 4 pistols from the scouts into combat, because I always forget to shoot pistols into
combat. Can. So the jet bikes?
Yeah. 3 hits.
You are -1 for shooting, believe it or not.
Really?
Even at that range, -1 for shooting attacks.
The tip of his wing is in my eye. And this, so, sorry, you have to tell me, did I
so you're hit on 4s. We've consulted the tape and it was just the 1 hit from it.
So, just roll to wound now then. No wound.
No wound?
No. So, there's a few things I want to do with stratagems now. So I'm going to use the data link telemetry stratagem. Never used it before because I don't think I've ever bought a land speeder and a whirlwind in the same list. I'm not sure you've ever seen this.
Don't think anyone has.
No, so it could be the first time this stratagem's ever been used. So let's do it. So I have to be within line of sight and 12 inches of the target unit, which will be them, and then my heavily crippled whirlwind, which would normally be needing 5s to hit, hits automatically. So I think it's worth using.
Filthy. How many command points is it?
It is 1 command point.
1 point. So do I get it?
He does.
No.
Because yours
it's the opposite. I need the 1.
You need the 1, yeah. Okay, so it's basically a 2d3 autocannon, this weapon. So it's 4 shots.
2d3 the autocannon that's quite good at taking out bikes.
Auto hit, strength 7, so we're needing 3 to wound you. And that's a great. The lieutenant is within 6 of him, I believe. So we can re-roll that one too.
Yeah.
Celebi.
So
2 saves, sir.
2 saves. Of 4 or more.
Well, that's
and that is both saved.
I love invulnerable saves. Right.
I do.
Speaking of invulnerable saves, let's just ignore them for a bit. I'm going to do some funky things with Devastators here. So we're going to fire 1 bolter over at this thing.
And the Void Weaver?
Yep. You're going to have to help with the names. We're going to fire another bolter using a Hellfire stratagem down at this one.
The Star Weaver.
We're going to fire a flak missile from this one using another stratagem. That also.
Okay.
How many wounds has it got left?
It has 4.
Yep. We will use his signum on the missile launcher, and then we will fire the las cannon at the one behind.
That one there.
That's that one. Yeah, how many wounds has this chap got left?
He has 2.
2, okay.
And the Star Weaver has 4.
No, that seems sensible then. Okay, so we'll do that. So, rolling to hit with the Hellfire stratagem, needing a 4 because of you being...
-1.
-1. 6.
That's it.
D3.
So D3. Oh,
D3.
that is a big 3.
Down to 1.
Down to 1 wound.
We'll do the flak missile now. Now, I believe that this is hitting on 2s because I'm using the signum.
If you're using the signum.
And also, I think it gets a +1 for hitting things that fly, or am I making that up? Let me check that.
Wouldn't matter anyway if you're hitting on a 2.
But wouldn't it affect the modifier? The -1?
Yeah.
Yep, just check that. So it is hitting on, normally on 2s because of the signum, but then it's hitting on 3s because of the Mirage launcher, but then it's hitting back on 2s because it's a flak missile.
Indeed.
So, 1 or 2. Correct. And then we need...
D3.
Well, it's got 1 wound left, so...
There's 2 wounds left, actually.
Oh, this
that one's on 1 wound left. Oh,
yeah,
on that one. Okay, so that one has been destroyed.
Yep.
Does it blow up?
No.
No. So Harlequin Transport's doing what they usually do. Blowing up. So actually managed to not lose anything there. They have piled out to hopefully a place where I can shouldn't have to avoid too much incoming firepower.
So we're going to finish the shooting phase by with the Devastator's shooting phase by firing the other heavy bolter at the model on the top. So needing 4s to hit you. It's 2 hits.
Nicely done.
Needing 4s to wound you. It's 2 wounds.
Very good. So that is the last 2 wounds gone. Again, does he blow up? No, he doesn't.
But he's got no transport capacity. Or does he?
No.
No. Okay. And then the last thing that we're shooting from there, because the bolter's out of range, is the las cannon at the back transport. So, does he hit on a 4? He does not. Right. I do have the Armorium Cherub.
You do?
So I may use it just to fire the las cannon again.
Okay.
So, off you go, Cherub. Let's hope we can hit on a 4. It's a hit. 3's to wound. It's a wound.
And that is a save.
2 units remaining. We've just got this 5-man tactical squad here, and the Predator. The Predator's got a nice line of sight to the jet bikes and is near the captain and lieutenant. So we'll do 2d3 autocannon shots. So that's 4 shots. -1, I gather, to hit these.
Indeed, yep.
So 4s, re-rolling 1s. Oops, there's 2 hits, re-rolling that one. Nope, just the 2. And then the las cannons, re-rolling that one. So half the shots got through, that's fine.
Yep.
So needing 3s on those autocannons. Lieutenant, both gone through.
Not bad.
The las cannon needing 2s, I believe. Oh, Lieutenant. So barking commands furiously. So shoot better.
So, armour saves for the autocannons. That is 1 gone through. So that's 2 wounds on the first one.
It's a Predator autocannon. So let me just check it.
So my correction, that's damage 3. So that is a bike wasted straight away. And then 1 armoured vulnerable save for the last cannon, which fails again.
D3. No, D6.
D6.
Sorry. Oh. I think I've already used a command reroll. Or have I? No, I think I used it in the psychic phase. I think it's probably worth it because that's a dead bike. So I'm going to use one.
Okay.
It's 1 command point. But you can't get 1 back this turn.
No.
You already have. Okay. Yeah, it's another dead bike.
So that's another dead bike.
And I'm now down to 9. Hello. Right, just the tactical squad. So we've got 4 bolters in there. Sorry, they probably can't see much because we did make sure very carefully that they were all out of line of sight. So I think that this missile launcher doesn't have many options actually, because he can't, thanks to this, see the bikes either.
I think that's lucky convenience for me.
Yeah. So I think what he's going to have to do is shoot through there into this vehicle at the back.
Into the Star Weaver at the back?
There's not really any other target. And then these guys obviously can't shoot anything. So, yeah, good positioning, Richard.
Thank you.
Needing 4 hits and 3 wounds.
He does wound. Does he make the save? No, he doesn't.
Right, so D6 damage, and I do have a lieutenant. Oh no, sorry. D6 damage, and we used a command. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, and that's another one gone. So that's all 4 Star Weavers.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't blow up, thankfully. We'll resolve that now.
You've got 1 left. Well, okay. Slightly embarrassing. That was quite a good shooting phase. Sorry, Rich.
It's all right, I think.
So we're going to have to see how things go here, because I can charge in a lot of things, but at the same time, you won't be able to overwatch me.
Indeed.
So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't think I've got many attacks that are going to go through, but I've got quite a few command points left for fighting again, so we'll see. So I'll start by charging in Jonah Run. 10, so he's just going to sandwich himself in nicely in the middle of things. Take a swipe at some undercarriage. That's what he likes to do.
I heard.
Yeah. Davey and Phil will charge in as well. Yeah. He likes a bit of power fist action.
Definitely getting stuck in.
Yep. These 2 guys here will also charge in, just to make sure there's no snake eyes action. Go. The assault squad, well, they
can't fail.
Can't really fail, can they? They're going to move in. They've actually moved in past the scouts now.
Yeah.
And they're going to lock up this transport as well. In fact, actually, I'll put him over there. Okay. And then lastly, this tactical squad will also move in because they've got a power fist as well.
Yeah. So I think it's fair to say that the jet bikes are probably not long for this world. But
well, if they will come along with impunity like that, then they will see the Emperor's wrath distributed on them fairly sharpish. What can I say? Silly clowns. Okay. There's going to be lots of rolling coming up. I gather you can't interrupt because you haven't got enough command points.
I have 2 command points left.
You have exactly the right number.
Exactly the right number.
Okay, so let me just work out what's going to be maximum killy.
And we'll sort out some dice.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Yeah, okay.
Okay then.
Right, we're going to go with Davey and Thule, the Venerable Dreadnought first. So Mirage launchers do not work in combat, as Richard just told me, so he is hitting on 2s for being venerable. And there he goes. He's also wounding on 2s. There we go. So that is 4 saves.
4 saves. If you don't mind me using your dice.
You're more than welcome.
They seem to be working better than mine.
You said yours were cursed. Can you use them?
So that is 2 that have gone through.
3 damage each.
So that is 2 dead bikes.
Yeah. Now, do you wish to interrupt?
I do not.
No? Okay, so shall we continue with the carnage?
Indeed.
So this Space Marine score will go next, therefore. So 4 normal attacks. It's 2 hits. No wounds, and then there's a Power Fist Sergeant there as well. So 2 attacks from him, hitting on 4s. That's
a wound.
1 wound.
And a save.
Brilliant. Move on to the next squad. 1 attack from the Tactical Marine fails, and the Power Fist in there on the Sergeant as well. No. Okay.
Shall we remove the casualties and we'll go on to consolidation? We got ahead of ourselves a little bit there, and we have taken out casualties and consolidated in.
Yeah.
So what's your next activation, Jamie?
So we will activate the Assault Squad next.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 2, 4, 6 attacks with tactical the Assault Marines.
It's on to the bikes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
3 hits.
3 hits. 3 wounds.
Ooh, 3 wounds, well done. That's 2 go through, so it's leaving a bike on 1 wound.
Yeah, and then the Eviscerator. Don't see these
This
very
is the
often.
nasty bit.
2 hits.
Ouch.
2's to wound you.
Which hand? Okay, so
that's
that
just
is
that
1
bike
save,
dead.
so that is just the 1 dead. So we'll
Okay.
take him out.
And then the Chief Librarian himself will have the last laugh. Oh no, I won't.
Maybe not.
Oh, do Librarians hit on 2s or 3s? I don't know. It's a good question.
Should we check?
We should check.
So it is a 3 up, so it leaves him with just the 1 hit.
Yep, so now we need to wound on 3s. Never mind, hey. Okay, so that is them. So I now need to move the scouts in.
Yeah.
So we have one who was locked in here, so this little dude's going to move in behind him, as are his friends.
3 inch,
so,
yeah.
so I think that third one might be struggling to be...
Yeah, I think you're just about missing out.
Yep, so we'll do 2 for the Sergeant and then the 2 other chaps.
Ooh, good hit in.
Bit of vengeance, I don't think it's going to be enough.
It's 2 wounds. He does pass 1, so he's left. So he's got 2 wounds remaining.
Yeah.
So I will sort myself out and then we'll come back with my attacks. Okay, so my attack's back. I've got the 1 lowly biker there currently, who is actually going to have a go at the Librarian. So 3 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 3s. For 3 hits. He is only strength 4 with the Zephyr Glaive, so he's needing 4s to wound, which he converts quite handily. And these are -2 and 2 damage each, Jamie.
Librarian's in trouble. He needs to make 2 of these. Okay, so 5 ups.
Oh, that is 3 failures. That's 6 damage.
Right, well there's nothing I can do.
So the 1 remaining Skyweaver managed to exact a little bit of vengeance for his brothers getting pretty much slaughtered.
But it's fine because according to the fluff, the Blood Ravens have got like 10 Librarians per company or some rubbish like that. So
Well, exactly.
we'll get another one.
So really, you should have brought more than 1, really, shouldn't you?
Really should have done. Oh well.
Okay. So my lonely last attack's back. Obviously my vehicle, which should still be in base-to-base contact with the scout.
Yep.
Which will be 3 attacks again, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, and that is nothing.
Grand. So we had the discussion about whether or not it would be a decent idea to burn command points to fight again. I don't think I could really justify fighting again. If I was going to, it would probably be with the Dreadnought. It's only 1 bike, he wouldn't be able to get through to the vehicle because there's too much in the way. So ultimately thought, I've got 8 command points, it would be 3 of them, probably not worth it. Yeah.
Okay, so last roll of the game, of the game.
Get ahead of yourself, Rick.
A little bit ahead, well, maybe. Last roll of the turn, my morale for that bike, anything but a 6. He's alright.
Nice to live dangerous.
He's alright. Okay, so Jamie, end of your turn, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel it would have been nice to finish things off by just at least getting that last bike out of the way. But I think I've popped 3 transports and killed a few occupants. I've killed the whatever it's called,
Void Weaver?
Yeah. I'm a bit concerned about all these characters still dotting around, and I think that I know you're concerned that you haven't got many feet on the ground, but I think you're going to do quite well this next turn.
Okay.
But objective-wise, I've got one over there under the Tempest, one here
Under the tactical squad.
and one here.
So you're holding 3.
And we did agree, because of the nature of this mission, that we would represent these shiny things here as columns. So Richard has this one here and this one here.
Okay. So end of turn 1. So we'll battle round 1. That is a lead of 3-2.
And what about first strike? Did you get first strike? I can't remember.
We'll have a look.
Yeah.
So quick rejig of that. Actually, Jamie is currently leading 4-2 due to him achieving first strike.
Bonza.
So start of battle round 2. We're going to roll for the.
For the moving objectives, yeah.
Yeah.
So we actually forgot to do this in the first battle round. We thought that it started from battle round 2, but live and learn.
Yeah. So all those comments you can go back and delete them now, telling us that they were wrong. You know.
So you can comment on all the other mistakes, which I'm sure have happened.
Yeah, there'll be loads of them.
This one here, we roll off, and whoever wins gets to move it. Richard,
That would be me.
where would you like
So
it to go?
3 inches. We'll come back. Okay, so
Yeah.
first one has been
We've
moved
moved along to here.
down there. We'll try and do these ones a bit more flowy. So I'll nominate the one that's directly in front of me. And
That will be a one.
that is a 1.
Well, I'm going to move it away from you and me to there.
Oh,
So this means you have to move if you want to be sitting on it.
indeed. So next one,
Okay, there's one
your nomination.
over here under this.
Under the tactical squad?
launcher. Equally rubbish, so it stays where it is. The Tempest. Oh, do you nominate?
Yep,
Sorry.
so I'll nominate number 1.
Yeah, where would you like it to go?
So I am going to move it forwards, believe it or not.
Ah, so that's where you're heading, I suppose.
Yeah. And then next one,
Well, we'll go with the Tempest.
underneath the land speeder Tempest.
Saying where it
Say
is.
where it is. And the last one, objective number 6 down here.
And you can
That
move
would
it
be
where you
me.
please.
I think we should move it back. So it'll be 3 inches. I'll measure it up around about here.
So, in case anyone is wondering, the reason we have decided to play it as columns, which may seem a bit odd because now the scouts are still holding this one because one was sat on top of it and it's moved 3, is when we played this game in the past, we found the move 3 inches thing gets a bit difficult when you're playing with multiple levels. So if you're moving something that's supposed to be a supply crate drifting around, if you move it 3 inches it goes from here to here. Or does it go down 1 level? Would that count as 3? And it all gets a bit confusing. So we came into, I can't remember the exact problems, but we had a big debate about it last time we played the mission. So we thought for ease, do it like this.
Awesome. That's just one of many house rules that we'll probably end up putting in.
Yeah, and we can talk a bit more about that at the end actually. We have some ideas for house rules for Blood Ravens.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to jump forward now. So we'll head to the Harlequin movement phase. See what position I can get myself into. To try and inflict a bit of damage back on Jamie.
Bring it on, clown.
Okay, so turn 2 Harlequin movement phase, and I have gone full on aggressive.
Balls to the wall.
So we've gone jet bikes push forward on here, the last remaining 2, to try and capture this objective here. Then round into the big melee in the middle. We've had Harlequin troop push forward, great advance roll, managed to get forward. Star Weavers come over from that combat there to try and hopefully tank some Overwatch. The last heroic bike managed to jump out of the combat, and he's positioned himself just outside of an inch of everyone here, and will be maybe trying to tie up that predator if he can survive the Overwatch. Another troop jumped out, gone full on aggressive down here. Solitaire is blitzed, got an appalling roll for his blitz of only 3 extra inches, so he's not quite sure what to do with himself currently. All the other characters advanced, and then we've got a group of Harlequins with a couple of troop masters down the middle here to try and hopefully do some damage down here. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to jump into the psychic phase, which now Jamie's not got a librarian. Hopefully we can do a bit of damage, or at least try to, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
So into the psychic phase, I'm going to start off. I'm going to cast Fog of Dreams from my main shadow set here. It's going to be onto the Venerable Dreadnought.
Oh, jeez.
So I need a 6 for that, which is a fail. I'm not going to be burning a command point on that because I just don't have enough to use up, unfortunately.
Where are we with command points, Richard?
I am still on 2.
I am on 8.
Yeah, not so good for me currently. He's now going to try Twilight Pathways. He's actually going to try and put this on the Troop Master right next to him. That's the other side here. It needs a 6 again. He does get that on a 7 with no deny, and he's actually just going to pop to there.
I see, very good.
Get him so slightly better positioning. Then we're going to go for a little bit more fun now. So we're going to first off we're going to start with Shards of Light on this unit here. So it's on the tactical squad.
5.
Yep. So it is a walk charge of 7, which I do get.
Excellent.
And that's D3 mortal wounds, so much like a smite, but also -1 leadership. So that is 2 mortal wounds.
And they are leadership 7 in effect now.
Yes.
Sergeant survives. So it's a shame I did not have a librarian who could actually deny 3 psychic powers a turn.
Shame that. And then we're going to go for my favourite, just for the pure hilarity and because it's amazing. I'm going to cast Mirror of Minds.
The Mirror of Minds.
And it's going to be on your captain.
What?
So I need walk charge 7 first, so it's normally I don't get it, but yeah, on a 6 that does fail. Not going to burn a command point to do it. So that's
sensible chap, not like me. I just spend the damn thing.
So that's end of the psychic phase. We will have a little think. So might have to just change my target priority a little bit, and then yeah, we'll get to it for shooting.
Good stuff. Right, Richard's had a think and he has got a plan.
We say plan. It's very, very loose. So we're going to start off with the lone Skyweaver, who's going to fire his Haywire back towards this whirlwind.
Ah, I see.
So D6 shots. Does get the big 6.
6 again.
I think this guy might need a promotion shortly. All hit. That is good rolling.
Yeah.
So, and that is 2 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So
no point armour of how many other wounds?
None. Just 2 mortal wounds.
So is it worth trying a bit of armour of contempt?
Are you willing to spend the command point?
Well, I'd need to roll 2 5+, wouldn't I? It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
You got a load of fusion there.
Yeah, it's probably going to die anyway.
You've got nothing else that takes mortal wounds off though, do you? So
nope.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, just for shits and giggles. So, do you want to try?
Do I get your command point?
It's just the
no.
No. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. Let's find out. Yeah, that's the complete opposite of what I wanted. So. Never mind.
It was worth a try.
Does it blow up and kill some clowns though?
No.
It's not.
Okay, so with that bit of shooting done.
7 command points.
So I will remove for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay then. So next bit of shooting. We're going to push slightly to the side, and the Starweaver down here is going to fire up at these scouts.
Let's see.
The scouts are right next to the camera. So we're going to be hitting on 3s because they're not camo cloaked up. We've all hit. That's a good start. Very good start. We're looking for the 3s.
Some dice have gone rolling off everywhere.
There is a lot spread out of dice. So that's one that I cannot see.
It's a 3.
It is a 3, so that's 2 at -3 and 2 normal armour saves.
So 2 at -3 because of the +1 for the cover. We will need 6s.
Yep. Okay, so that's 2 gone.
And then the last 2.
That is 1 gone.
So just the sergeant remains. 1
lowly scout remaining.
Okay, where would you like to go next, Richard?
Okay, so next one we're going to jump over to this Harlequin troop here, which are going to fire their shuriken pistols up at these devastators that rather hurt me earlier.
How dare
they are only shuriken pistols because I'm out of range for the grenade, sadly. Yeah. But hitting on 3s, not bad. Could do with that for the wound rolls for sure. Wound on 4s. That is 2 standard armor saves, please, Jamie.
Right, so we're getting cover, so we're looking at 2 ups.
Very well done.
I think
Very
that was
well done.
the exact amount of effort expended that was needed.
Exactly the right amount. Okay, next one. So we've got 3 fusion pistols here.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a tough.
What are they going to be doing?
This one's a tough choice. I could either go for your captain as my closest target,
Okay. Very good. Yes.
or I could stick into a dreadnought.
Good.
I think sensible choice probably would be the dreadnought in this occasion.
I think that would be sensible. I also would remind you that I have the armour Indomitus that could be activated as well.
You do indeed.
So just if that would influence you anyway.
I think it would. So we're going to go at the dreadnought. Then you've got 2 other guys, of which they are somewhat more limited. They're going to be throwing 1 plasma grenade back towards his tactical squad and firing 1 pistol back towards that tactical squad, which we'll do in a minute. This one hiding in the ruin here.
I see. Yeah.
So we're going to go 3 fusion for a start.
Okay.
2 hit. Actually, generally better than I've seen to roll with them. They are needing 3s to wound.
Oh, unlucky. Now that was a 1.
That is a 1.
What are you going to do, Richard? Because you might need it for damage because you're outside of 3.
I am engaged, so I'm not going to burn the command point for it.
Okay, it's that classic.
So we are going to go through. And there is a 1, so I will burn the command point for another 1.
No.
But do I get it back? No, I do
No,
not. So I'm down to 1 command point with only a single wound gone.
That was unfortunate, boss.
Very unfortunately. So plasma grenade, going to give me d6 for another 1.
Dear.
So does it hit? Yes it does. Does it wound? No it doesn't.
So.
And then 1 single shuriken pistol. Does hit.
That's a 3.
And fails to wound. So I think I may have to rejig my mind a little bit here. May have to change my target priority again with that massive whiffer from those Harlequins again.
Yes. So let me just check. You did say that these black dice were cursed.
They're generally not that lucky. I've been trying to play through it, and currently it doesn't seem to be working very well.
I think you might need to order some new dice, Rich.
Yeah, but custom ones are so expensive. So.
But very pretty.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a rethink, and we'll come back.
We'll be right back.
Okay, so I desperately need to get rid of some of this armour. So I've had a little bit of a measure up, and whilst I was hoping to soften up these targets here a little bit, I've got 3 fusion pistols here that are within range of this dreadnought, another one from that unit. So I'm going to start off with this unit that charged over. It's going to be 3 shots into the Venerable. Seem to be much better at hitting, these ones, but can they wound? Apparently not. So that is 2 wounds. That is 2 wounds.
Okay.
AP -4. I'm guessing that's straight through.
That will be straight through, sir.
So 2d6 damage for a total of 7. That's not too bad.
Now he is a venerable dreadnought, this chap. So it does mean we get 7 chances to save on a 6. Yeah, he's not all that. So he survives on a single wound.
Survives on a single wound. Oof. Okay, so we'll jump forward for the next unit. So that has a single fusion pistol that's within range of him, which will be shooting and does hit. The other fusions are going at the assault squad. Does fail to wound.
Unfortunately, we've already used that command point.
Yeah. So next 2 at the assault squad. That is 2 hits. And that is 2 fried.
Yeah.
Well and truly fried.
Okay. So I think we will take, thank you, I'll pass you the camera. I think we will take off the choppy assault squad because actually it'd be quite nice to keep those flamers alive.
Those flamers for, yes, thank you.
Crispy clowns.
Okay.
I'll take the camera back. Thank you.
Okay, so I have 2 troop masters left down here. So we're going to go, first one here is going to shoot at the Venerable Dreadnought right in front of it. So hitting on a 2, it does manage. Fails to wound. And then last remaining troop master down here, again hitting on 2, this is on the Dreadnought. Does wound this time. So for a 2 damage.
Right, okay.
2 chances.
Double 6 needed. No.
He is gone.
Does he explode? He does not. Deviant
Thankfully.
Fool has finally succumbed. He'll be back.
He'll be back in the next battle report. Okay. So a little bit more shooting. We're mainly just down to characters now. So I have a single troop master here, which unfortunately is fairly limited. He's only just a stock kit out. So he's going to lob another plasma grenade up at these guys for 6 shots.
6, very good. So plasma grenades are a bit better than frag grenades, aren't
He is hitting. They are indeed. He is hitting on 2s. Being a troop master,
very good.
So pretty handy.
And he's wounding on 4s.
Yeah. So that is 3 armor saves.
And is it a -1 with plasma grenades?
Is indeed.
Okay, so that negates their cover bonus. 3 ups needed. They all save.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Okay. So we're running out of things to shoot now. We're down to the Shadow Seers. So, we're going to do Death Jester for a start. So Death Jester over the corner here. He is going to fire one of his lovely
there he is.
One of his lovely head exploder rounds
How he has those?
at this tactical squad. So it is just a single roll.
And which tactical squad is it? Because there are 2 there.
Ooh.
There's a sergeant and a chap with a plasma gun, and there's the other 3 behind there.
He's going to go with the 3-man squad.
Very good.
So he's on here on a 2. Does manage to hit. And this is strength 6. Does fail to wound. But they are -2 leadership now.
And they had already suffered a penalty to
They had indeed. So you can probably guess what's coming next. From the Shadow Seer, it's going to be his Phantasm Grenade Launcher, which misses. So we're going to go for the next one. Same target. Does hit.
A hit.
And then, so that's 8. -3. So if I can beat a 5, I'll get a 5. That is D3 mortal wounds.
Could be the squad.
2, 1 remaining.
To 1. And they're still going to be at -3. So actually, he's in trouble for morale.
Very much, very much. So that is the culmination of my shooting, unfortunately.
I think that the assault phase will probably go better for you. But,
I mean, I'm fairly happy with that shooting, actually.
2 vehicles gone.
Apart from the dreadnought down here.
Yeah.
We'll just see how the chopping goes. I mean, that's the important bit anyway, really, isn't it?
Totally.
So.
Right, we'll be back. Okay, that was a very long charge phase. I think everything that got in, that wanted to get in, apart from the single Skyweaver that got shot down by the Predator trying to charge in. So,
yeah,
that's that. Give us a lowdown.
Okay, so Starweaver here initially came in and absorbed the Overwatch from that tactical squad. The troop then followed in, managed to roll a double 1, but only needed the 2 thanks to convenient placement.
Maximum result.
Solitaire managed a massive 10-inch charge, so has got himself into combat with the captain. Everyone likes a little bit of a character-on-character fight, so we're going to try for that one. The troop thought they'd back him up because obviously they don't have much faith in him to succeed. They've also managed to tag the dreadnought. And the troop master has managed to follow him over the top as well.
We were just discussing the use of the armour in Dominatus here. So against the Solitaire alone, probably not much use, as he's got a 2+ armour save anyway. However, there are some caresses in that troop, so you might need to activate it just to help him.
Yeah. And then this big mess here. The initial charge was my troop master with a Star Miss Raymond. So he managed to prevent those 2 nasty flamers from firing Overwatch. And then we've got first troop have come in and tagged in onto the assault squad and scouts. Second troop master didn't really have much else to charge, so he's just getting stuck in. Both the Solitaires, Shadow Seers have actually charged in just so I can bring them across. I'm just using it for the free movement because I know that there are some Combi Bolter Terminators on their way fairly shortly. And then the other 3-man squad have come in to try and wipe these out. This guy I'm hoping will disappear shortly due to morale.
Yes. Well, he's currently lost 4 members of his squad and he's at -3 due to various things. So
so he should be gone. Remaining Skyweavers have stayed on the objective over there rather than charging the lone scout. I didn't really want to risk losing it.
Because currently there is only 1 scout. remaining.
Yes.
And maybe even less after that.
So we'll have a look, because Jamie still has quite a few command points. So I need to work out what I want to attack with first.
And I think we will probably do these combats off camera and come back after. So
now we'll do a few on camera.
Yeah. Okay.
A few of them could be fun.
Okay. We will do them and see where we land.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So for my first activation, because I know that Jamie can interrupt, I'm going to go for the Solitaire. He doesn't often get a chance to do much for me. I do love the model. So we're going to activate him for a start. He did blitz, so that is going to be 10 attacks that he's going to be getting. And he has got the relic of Kegarax Rose. Many people would start singing at this point, some popular song from the 90s. I am going to refrain, but I am going to roll a lot of dice. So he has 10 attacks. He's hitting on 2. That is all hits. He is wounded on a 4 due to the +1 strength on the relic. And that is a reroll of the 3s, which gets nothing. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8 armor saves at -1. So this is a 3-up on him.
Yeah. Let's see. And they are how much damage each?
Flat 3 damage.
I'm not feeling very hopeful about this. Right, we have 8 dice in hand. Let's see.
That is only 1 gone through. So it's 3 damage. That is good rolling.
Now, you know what I'm thinking?
Are you going to ban the command point?
It's the very first combat, but I think that of all the things that are going on over here, this is probably the most important, especially with potential to interrupt later. So, it's a tough one. Let me have a little think. Okay, so I've had a little think about it. Against Richard's advice, which is probably the wrong thing to do, so now I'm going to re-roll it because I would quite like to interrupt, but I may interrupt with the Lieutenant with the Teeth of Terror, who is heroically intervened and fight against Troopmaster first. So actually, it would be quite nice to be able to keep Angelus alive after the troop have attacked him. So I'm going to re-roll that too and hope that we get something out of it.
He does convert. Do I get the command point? No, I don't.
No. Okay, so Angelus is still on.
So he is unharmed. So
wounds.
unfortunately, as often begets my Solitaire, he's done absolutely nothing.
Right.
So are you now going to interrupt?
I am going to interrupt. So that's 3 points. Would you like to roll your dice?
Okay. So do I get it? No, I do not.
Right.
No, that's 2 command points for an interruption.
2 command points. You're quite correct. 2 command points. It's 3 to fight again, isn't it?
Indeed.
Okay. Right. I'm going to swap the camera to Richard, and we'll be right back. Yep. Right. So we're interrupting. As I said, we've left him on full wounds, and hopefully he will survive this. He'll probably use the armor Indomitus. So we're actually going to interrupt with this chap over here, who is the Lieutenant. Lieutenant is now fighting with Teeth of Terror. So D3 additional attacks, making a total of 5, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1 because his captain is next to him. Full house. Right, now we are wounding on 3s because we're strength +1.
Yep.
Rerolling that 1 because of himself. So that's 4.
That is 4
so
gone
you
through.
make your invulnerable saves because they are 2 damage apiece.
Ooh. So 4 up invulnerables. Oh, that is 3 fails.
So
that is him dead. Should I not burn a command point?
Well, it worked for me.
we're gonna go for it. So my final command point. Oh, definitely a cocked dice.
I don't know. We could.
So it does fail.
I'm not sure that was.
Do I get?
Yeah, it was. You sure?
I do not get it back. So that is the Troopmaster gone, and that is my last command point as well.
Oh man, I'm sorry about that. But
So we're gonna have a look, see what activations we want next, and we'll rattle through them.
okay, right.
Okay, so we're going to activate with this unit. I'm going to give it a chance. So I've got 2 guys here with caresses that are going to be going for the captain. Going to give it a chance. Unfortunately, due to the Troopmaster going splat, I no longer get my rerolls to wound, which is actually really painful for the Harlequins.
May I also ask, Richard, is it a -2 on a caress?
It is indeed.
So I think I'll use the arm Indomitus now.
Sensible.
When he takes a wound.
Okay, so I'm going to be hitting on 3s. and then I'm wounded on 3s because it's strength 5. So that is 4 3-up armor saves. Oh, sorry, 3-up invulnerable saves.
Okay. So 3-up invulnerable saves.
So one goes through, so it's just a single damage on those. So now we're going to be using one of the Harlequins' kisses against him, which is hitting on 3s also. This is wounding on 4s. Ooh, and that's where I could have done with the Troop Master. I then have a single guy with a normal Harlequin blade, which all hits. It does need a 5 to wound. That's standard armor save, so on your 2-up. Very nicely done.
So he is down to 4 wounds.
And then the final Harlequin's Kiss, which is going to be striking on the Dreadnought, which only a single hit. Does need a 6. Does get it.
-1?
It is only -1. Yeah.
But it does
Goes through, and it's damage D3
very good.
for 3.
Wow.
Okay, so one of the reasons why I actually quite rate Space Marine captains, they are tough to kill. A Harlequin unit should be doing fairly good damage, and I've managed to scratch his paintwork with a solitaire and a full troop. So we'll move on, hopefully find some squishier targets.
So the shiny gold armour works.
It does.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
And what are all these Space Marines not? Primaris.
They're not Primaris. Old Marines.
Old Marines.
Old Marines.
Classic
Skinny Marines. Okay.
Right, the brutal assault phase is over. We thought we would just do it off camera because it was going to take a while. Richard.
There's a lot of dice rolls.
Yes, and a lot of death. We lost no fewer than a dozen Marines. This area down here is now just full of clowns clowning around.
Okay, so the Troop Masters did the main bulk of the work down here, as you generally would expect them to do. Took out the assault squad and the scouts in fairly short order. The troop just about managed to finish off the small tactical squad, though made hard work of it.
One guy ran away, didn't he, because of morale?
Yep, one coward, although I can't really blame him if I'm being honest. Combat down here didn't go quite as planned. Due to Jamie's attacks back, I lost a couple of clowns out of here again. I have managed to fortunately trap him in, so whilst I do expect some death there in his assault phase, I should at least survive until the assault phase. Predator is just within an inch of touch of the Starweaver here, and this clown unit didn't do great. They whiffed a bit on their wound rolls. Again, I could have done with a Troop Master nearby for those guys. So there is still 2 remaining tactical squad members left who are steadfastly holding the line down there. So at the end of that phase, so end of the scoring, I'm holding 4 objectives. We'll need to check that one currently. We need to check it, but we'll have a look in a second.
And with this mission, are they scored at the end of each battle round or at the end of each turn?
We'll check and come back. So we've had a little look, and well, you know, we've made a big mistake. So the mission, actually, we should have been calculating the points on the objectives on the start of each of our turns rather than us looking at it at the end of the battle round. So looking back on it, having just scored up, I'm actually only holding 3 in total. So I had 1 in the first battle round, which was objective 5 over in the Bastion, and then from the last one I was only holding 2. So that's made it a little bit tougher. It means I'm going to have to either fight my way back a bit, or hope to do enough damage to really kind of. Well, let's face it, we're probably looking for a tabling currently. So we're going to go into Jamie's turn. He's got some nasty combi bolter terminators.
We're not heretics.
Oh no. Wow.
Well, are we?
There is rumour.
That's the question.
So we've got some nasty terminators on the way in. So we'll see how I manage to survive through that turn, and see how we're going next. Okay then, so end of your movement phase.
Yes, after last turn's carnage, there's not much to move and do. So The las cannon of this tactical squad has stayed put, whereas the rest of the squad have just moved out a bit to get some shots. The Rhino's now back in the game, so he can shoot. He's got a hunter killer missile and a storm bolter. The Tempest has sat nicely on this objective just to make sure that...
So he has claimed that at the start of your turn?
So just to recap for everyone, because we did get a bit confused, the score for Rich on his first turn was 1 point. For me it was 3 because I had 2 objectives and first strike. Rich's second turn, at the beginning, he got another 2 points, putting him on 3 total now, and I scored this 1 because there's objectives contested because of the mission keyword. These guys have fly, so they outnumber me. So it's now 4-3 to myself. And the Terminators have dropped in here. This has stayed pretty much as it is. The Dreadnought is still locked in combat. The Predator has moved out, as has the tactical squad here. Reshuffled a couple of the non-heavy weapon guys here, and that is about it. Everything else is ready to go. So
with no psychic phase, we'll jump straight into the shooting.
So I'm happy to start with this one here. So it's not moved. -1 still, isn't it?
Indeed.
So heavy bolter needing 4s. That's 2 hits. Wounding you on 3s. That's 2 wounds.
Yep. And that is 1 gone through.
Yeah.
So it's 1 on 1 wound. It's 1 on 2 wounds, sorry.
Correct. And then we have the assault cannon as well. That's 5 hits.
Ouch.
Wounding you again on 3s. That's 4 saves.
Okay. So that is 2 gone through, so that is 1 bike down.
Right, getting there. This sniper scout doesn't have a bead on anything really, so he's just for fun going to have a little shoot off with this guy over here.
And the Death Jester?
Yeah. I mean, he can take his pick of characters, really, actually. So
he's got a lot to choose from.
Yeah, actually, I've changed my mind. I'm going to go for your Warlord Shadows here, which is that one neatly wrapped in there, because...
In the bubble.
You never know, if I can get 1 wound, that wound might make a difference further down the line, so let's not squander it. So 1 shot, and he misses anyway. Worth it. Okay. The land speed of Tempest now. Shooting over. Now, this is a troop of how many? 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay. And then this is a troop of 1, 2.
2 troops of 3, and 4 characters in amongst.
I see. Because these guys look like they're spread out quite a lot. Are they in coherency?
They should have been, yes.
3 inches.
If you tie them up, yeah.
Try to just squash them in a little bit.
That may have been when we moved the shadows here.
Yeah. Like that. So, you happy with that?
Perfect.
Grand. So, looking from the Tempest, I can only see this troop here.
Yep.
And he hasn't really got any other targets, so I think I'll just have to go for a bit of overkill and shoot everything at that troop of 3.
Okay.
So, no minuses to shoot them, I gather.
No minuses to shoot, just a -1 to wound.
A -1 to wound
for the shadows.
Yeah. Very good. Remember. So that's the assault cannon. And so as a -1 to wound, they would be wounding you on 2, so it's actually 3s. So 3 saves.
3 saves, and I conveniently have 3 dice in my hand.
It's as if he knew it was coming.
That is 2 dead. So it leaves 1 remaining.
And the salvo launcher, that's 5 or whatever it's called, the Tempest launcher. So that is 4 hits. That's strength 6 also, so down to 3s because of the shadows here. That's 2 saves.
2 saves. So for the last remaining guy,
he's a goner.
He is a goner.
Right. So that's 3 clowns less to deal with. I'll just pluck them asunder there. Tough choices here. It's all about target priority, as Richard said before. So this squad are going to fire all of their bolt weapons into this little troop of 3, but the last cannon is going to shoot over at this thing here.
The Star Weaver?
Yeah. So the last cannon first, needing us 4 to hit. He didn't move. So we've got a storm bolter and some bolt weapons.
It's not bad rolling.
At all, is it? And then wounding you on 3s. So that's going to be 6 saves.
Ooh. That is very painful.
Statistically.
So that is 3 gone. So that is the unit.
Right.
Leaving just characters now.
Yeah.
So unfortunately this is looking to be quite a nasty phase.
Bit grim, isn't it? So characters can't stop you shooting at characters. But then this Devastator squad cannot shoot at a lot of things because there's so much in between.
Indeed.
So,
do you want to take a moment?
Well, no, I think it's fine because I've got to just decide really do I shoot the Devastators down at this spot here to try and clear them out, and then the Terminators try and whittle the characters down, or do I shoot the Terminators to try and take out these guys, but then I'd still have these guys and go back? No, so forget it. We will shoot these down to here.
Devastators down into the troop.
Yep, so it depends what you can see really. So we've got the las cannon and the missile launcher can see the troop.
Yep.
The heavy bolters can see the troop, and these guys can see the Star Weaver, which is not a great way to do it really. Actually this heavy bolter can see him.
Okay.
So we'll do these 3 heavy weapons down into the troop, and then the bolters and the heavy bolter down there, and I will use the Hellfire stratagem again. So for a command point. So Hellfire raining down here.
So do I get it?
So you get it. You need to get it.
No.
But he will also use the Signum to negate that -1. So needing a 3. It's a hit.
And that is a hit.
D3 mortal wounds. It's just the 1.
Just the 1.
You know what? I need to start taking wounds off of that, so I will use a command point.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was worth it. There
So he gets the 3 wounds.
Do you get it?
I get the command point.
Back in the game.
Okay.
Right, so the bolters will
So that Star Weaver has 3 wounds remaining.
Correct. Bolters, 2 hits. And just the 1 wound.
1 wound, so 4 up save.
He's good.
He's gravy.
Okay. Then the heavy weapons, ironically, will be shooting down here. So I'm going to shoot. I'm going to shoot a frag missile. I think I can't really use the flak stratagem to good effect on anything. I can't see either of the 2 things it would be useful against, which is a shame because actually that would finish it off if I got a good roll. So the las cannon down on the troop. Misses.
There's a miss.
The heavy bolter down on the troop. 2 hits. And that's 2 saves.
1 fails.
And then the frag missile. How many do we get? 3. It's 2 hits, the frag missile. And that's 2 saves, I believe.
2 passes.
Right.
So this Harlequin troop seems to be a bit more resilient than the others.
That's it. They've been on their resilience training day. The Rhino.
So we'll remove the casualty and come back for the next one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I don't have any pistols to shoot into combat here. It's important to note because they both got bolt guns. Right. The Rhino. Interestingly, is going to fire its Stormbolter and Hunter Killer missile because characters can't screen characters at the Warlord.
Okay.
Stormbolter hits.
So this is -1 to wound.
So we're normally on a 3, so it's 4s to wound you. 2 saves.
Very well done. So that is 2 gone through.
And then the Hunter Killer. So not. Oh dear.
And that misses.
I haven't got any command points to roll. So. Predator can't shoot. We've done the Devastators. We are literally down to the Terminators, I believe, because these guys withdrew. So he's got 3 wounds left, correct?
Yes, he will have.
Yep. Okay. So we will split as follows. We will fire.
Do you need to check ranges?
It shouldn't matter for Terminators because they can treat themselves.
I'm more thinking for the closest unit.
Of course. Sorry. So these guys are probably closer. You are quite correct.
So we'll quickly check and then we'll come back.
It's okay. We don't have to worry because I will just shoot at these guys and split it with him. So I'll shoot the assault cannon into these chaps.
Yep.
And 1 of the Stormbolters into them as well.
Yep.
And then I'll shoot 3 Stormbolters into him. The reason I'm doing it that way around is because of the heavy minus plus the minus from him. So I don't want to shoot the heavy weapon into him really.
Okay.
Okay, so is his normal save assault 4 up?
4 up.
Yeah, okay, so the assault cannon into the squad. Hitting on 4s, so yeah, only 2 hits. Which would have been 0 hits had I shot at that. And 1 save.
A wound. So I'll take save now. That's 1 gone.
Stormbolter, all hits. And that's 3 more saves for the Stormbolter. So if you fail these 2, the squad will be dead.
And that is gone. That's another Harlequin troop that's gone.
Then the 3 remaining Stormbolters against this vehicle.
Yep. With the -1 to hit. Yep.
Thank you. Yep. So that's that many hits.
That's a lot of hits.
5 toughness, isn't it?
Indeed.
So we're wounding on 5s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 saves.
4. Do you mind if I?
Oh, you may take as many as you wish.
Well, only want 4. That's 2 more wounds, so he's 1 wound remaining.
Very good.
So, any more shooting,
I
Jamie?
believe not, no.
Okay.
Nearly got him, nearly, because he's going to just continue to shut down my predator. But if I can get some nice overwatch on him, like I did with the bike last time, then it might matter.
You probably got him if you got that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
swiftly moving into the assault phase.
indeed. So, end of the charge phase?
Yeah.
What's happened?
So, Terminator's gambled on trying to get a long charge in on the Warlord Shadow Sea here and failed, unfortunately. I did attempt, because I got a high dice roll on one of the dice to command point it, just for giggles. Backfired spectacularly. Not only did I fail the charge, but Richard also managed to get a command point back. Epic. So, we've done some careful placement of this tactical squad here because we don't want all these characters heroically intervening. So, we've got a 6-inch charge, so we've moved them down and around and managed to avoid getting into combat with anyone else.
Indeed.
So I believe, as the rules say, I can now pile in.
You can indeed.
And they won't be able to heroically intervene in this part of the phase.
Correct.
Good. So let's do that then. As these are charged.
So this is your first activation.
Our first activation. So we move them in 3 inches. So there. Okay.
Okay.
And it's only a humble tactical squad.
Yep.
So we've got 4 attacks, plus 2 for the sergeant and a chainsword. 7 attacks, and I believe you've got 3 wounds left.
3 wounds left.
You never know. Yes, we do.
And it's -1 to wound.
So we're wounding on 4s as well.
Indeed.
So it's not going to happen.
Right.
Worth a pop.
It is possible for you to do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's
Okay.
that. Okay, so now we move into the existing assaults.
This
We've got this
is
little
indeed.
pile here.
Okay. Ooh, now do I? You know what?
You know you can do it now.
I am going to burn
you a
my
command point
only
back.
2 command points. And I'm going to interrupt.
It's worth saying that you were also on 0 not so long ago, and I've managed to help you reclaim 2.
Indeed, you have.
What a
You're
friend's
ever
fault.
so generous, Jamie.
I know. I've got to help out right there.
So I'm going to interrupt with my solitaire.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm going to have to get a few dice, 8 to be exact,
Yep.
and then we'll do my attacks.
Cool. Right, so having granted Richard the ability to now kill my commander,
I'm going to attempt it.
Yeah.
So solitaire striking against Gabriel Angelos. So we're going to be hitting on 2s. That's a pretty good start. So we're now wounded on 4s with a reroll because it is Kegerax Rose. So it's not a bad start. And that is Jamie. 6 armor saves for you to make at -1.
So 3+, and then flat 3.
Flat 3 damage.
Oh dear, what have I done to myself? What a muppet. Okay. Well, even with rerolls, that's not going to happen, is it?
So that is
That is Slay the Warlord.
Slay the Warlord.
I've pretty much given you that, so
Thank you very much.
my pleasure.
So, having done my interruption,
Yeah, we should.
now obviously you do your first activation.
Well, it will be the lieutenant here.
Lieutenant.
Captain Diomedes of the Honor Guard. So he has 3+ D3 attacks against the troop. So he can't engage anyone else. So it's 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Good. And wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Ones run away. Okay, so 3 saves.
That is 3 saves. Can you mind if I?
You may use whatever you wish.
Ooh, so it's 2 more gone.
Well done.
So blade. Let's take the kiss out.
Okay.
Okay, so my massive amount of attacks back, if you don't mind, Jamie.
Be my guest.
I'm going to use your lucky dice. So obviously we're going to strike back against the lieutenant, being the only thing in combat. So hitting on 3s. We are wounding on a 3 for a caress. So it's 2 at -2.
Right, so it's 5 up saves.
Oh,
was
very
6.
nicely done.
Very good.
So
I think I've got a
With,
dreadnought still, haven't I?
you have indeed.
4 attacks, kicking your
Solitaire.
which kept him locked in. What are we saying about that? 5?
I'd say it's flat enough.
Maybe not.
Oh, no.
So 3 hits. Oh dear.
There's 1.
Well, there is
on
a
the
lieutenant next
3
time.
up. Oh, indeed there is.
And
So,
the strength 6, so that's actually 3 saves.
so 3 saves on the 3 up invulnerable.
1 through.
1 through.
Which one?
So damage 1.
Yep.
So I'll mark that up. Jamie, is that the end of your assault phase?
That is the end of my assault phase. So yeah, that was a huge error on my part. And I think that's the danger when people have the ability to steal command points or reclaim command points. Doing something that seems like a relatively innocent use of your own semi-abundant command points at the time can lead to giving your opponent an advantage they wouldn't have had. So, food for thought. And I learned painfully because Angelos could have struck first.
And slightly ironic that it's the about the only time that me rolling ones has actually helped me.
So it was meant to be.
Okay then, so we'll go through. I don't think. Well, I've got one bit of morale to do, and then we'll shoot into my turn.
Yeah, and we mustn't forget to move all these objective markers.
Indeed.
So, okay.
Okay, so we've done the movement of the objective markers. Number 5 moved back for me, just up, so my Death Jester's holding it still. The Scout managed to reclaim number 3. It moved away from my bike down here.
I think he's got it on a grappling hook and he's reeling it back in.
Just pulling it back in.
Yeah, that's it. Sort of,
that would explain the shooting in the last turn.
Exactly. Yeah. Too busy with other things.
Number 4 here is moved slightly, but still currently being held by Jamie. Couldn't move it far enough. Number 1 managed to drop down from the building, and it's currently just outside of the 3 inches to the centre from Jamie's tactical squad there, and is being held by said troop master down there. The Death Jester is obviously sat quite well on that objective because that one hasn't moved. And then this remaining one has moved from the Tempest, but obviously Tempest, having been sat on top of it, will still be holding.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a bit of movement. Obviously I've not really got a great deal left to move.
And we've just calculated actually that because you got Slay the Warlord last turn, that you are now on 7 points to my 4 at the beginning of your 3rd turn.
Okay, so a 3-point lead. Hopefully I can do enough damage in the remaining, although I've not got a great deal of models left now.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to struggle to keep... Maybe I'll keep 3 objectives, we'll see. That'll be the best I could do at the beginning of my next turn. So.
Okay, so
let's see.
Let's go. So we've been joined again by our mascot.
Hey Jasmine.
Obviously come to wish me luck, clearly. So, movement phase.
She's a bit of a clown.
She is. Death Jester moved up, just to get himself in range. Skyweaver has got a bone to pick with that little scout up there. Shadowseer has done a rather suicidal move towards these Terminators. I think we need to clear them out if we're going to stand much chance. A lot of firepower there. One of the troop masters has joined her. And then coming round, the Solitaire has jumped out of combat and is hiding behind this rather nice piece of line of sight blocking terrain. This troop member has jumped back with a view to try and knock this tactical squad off the objective. Starweaver has moved into position to hopefully try and tag up that dreadnought, stop that from shooting. And then these two are hopefully going to try and deal with the nasty Terminators, the tactical squad here. So we've only got characters left almost now, so it is going to be hard going. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be fighting for points, but we shall see how it goes.
I don't know. I think you've got a pretty good chance, to be honest, because you've got a lot of wounds left in those characters, and you've got good lead now. Well, not insurmountable lead, but think about it. Apart from Objective 2 over with the Tempest, you've got a good chance of knocking my guys off this. Not quite as good as I knocked the Devastators off there, but you've got a good chance of knocking my guys off.
So Jamie has just killed his own Devastators.
Yeah, well these things happen in warfare. You know.
So we'll let him pick him up, and then we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Jamie has reconstructed the board. We are going to shoot into the psychic phase.
Right.
So this could be fairly pivotal for me, actually.
I think so.
We're going to start off. Yes, please. We're going to start off with a smite coming from my warlord into this close tactical squad, which is very much a fail, unfortunately. So we're going to come back.
I only had given you some more command points, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I wish you would, but so this is where it's going to get a bit more testing. So shards of light from this gentleman is going to go at the Terminators. This one he does get. So on the 9, so it's D3 mortal wounds. Just for a single.
Okay, but every little counts.
And no command point to do it.
I'll sort you out in a bit, don't worry.
And then he's going to go for a smite on them as well. Which does pass for D3. And it's just the one again.
So we have to sacrifice the Terminator.
So it's just a single Terminator gone.
Use this chap.
Okay. So that's the end of the psychic phase, unfortunately.
Okay.
So now we'll have a look and we'll choose what we're going to do in the shooting phase.
We'll be right back.
Okay, so not going to be a great deal of shooting. So we're going to start off with this Death Jester. It's going to fire down the Terminators there. So I'm just going to use the normal ammunition. So I don't expect the
is it the Shrieker round, the other one?
Yeah, I don't expect the Shrieker round to get through. So just going to go for the normal. So hitting on a 2.
Good start.
Pretty good going. Wounding on a 3. Could do with a 6, and there it is.
Okay.
So 1 at -3 and 1 standard armour.
Standard armour. Ooh. No expense spared. And then on a 6.
Oh, very nicely done. But they are now unfortunately subject to the Death Jester special rule.
Does that mean that they're -1 to leadership or something?
2.
-2.
And
they are terrified.
I get to choose who runs away should you fail your morale.
Very cool, like it.
But first we'll go for a Phantasm Grenade Launcher.
Yes.
Which is going to be
again.
Yep. So it does hit. And then I will need a 5 or more. Definitely did not need that. Okay.
I see you know your dice rolling well.
Definitely not as well as my judo. So fusion pistol from the Troop Master.
And who's that going to?
Against the Terminators. That does hit. Fails to wound.
Curse of melter weaponry every time.
Yeah, this is not going. Definitely not going as planned.
We're moving over here now.
So I'm going to stay actually for a moment for the Skyweaver.
Oh yes.
It's going to fire his shuriken cannon at the Terminators.
Okay.
Try and soften them up a bit more. That is 2 hits. That is 2 wounds, but only standard armour.
Okay. See what happens. The Snake Eyes comes for me.
Nope. It's good roll in there.
Okay, Richard. What would you like to do now?
Okay. So we're going to go to do much similar. We're going to go Death Jester over there into this tactical squad.
Okay.
So same again. Oh
dear.
Only 1 hit. But it does wound and at -3.
Right, so we need the 6 to save.
No,
very much
that is 1 gone.
So we'll lose this chap, and that means they're also at -2.
Indeed.
I wonder what you're doing now.
Shadows hit. Misses! Oh dear, this is not going well. And then fusion pistol from the Troop Master. Does hit.
And a 1.
Does kill 1.
There we go. Right, so just 3 remaining in that tactical squad.
Indeed. So
another
final Troop Man over here. Another fusion into the tactical squad. Misses. And then lastly we have the little Lone Star Weaver.
Just clinging on to life there.
Which is going to shoot at the tactical squad.
Good.
So 2 miss. That is 1 at -3.
Right.
So not likely.
Need the big 6 to save that bolter guy. Nope. So we're down to just.
At this tactical squad.
Oh, sorry, at this tactical squad. My mistake. So, well, that's a choice.
This is a conundrum now.
Well, I think it's going to have to be the missile launcher because more attacks in combat is what's going to be needed.
Indeed. Okay, so that's the end of my shooting phase. Unfortunately, as I said, it would be a very quick one.
Yeah.
So we are going to do some charge fails, and let's hope I can do a little bit better in the assault phase.
Cool. We'll do those and come right back.
So end of the charge phase.
Intriguing charge phase.
Yeah. So Solitaire has made it in on the Predator, so tagging that up, stopping that from shooting. The Starweaver just about survived the Overwatch from the Dreadnought, so has tagged it up.
I think I rolled a 2 for the damage on the missile launcher, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's the thing I could have rolled.
Troop Master using the Star Miss Raiment prevented the Overwatch here on the Terminators. Risky manoeuvre, I think, but one that I think I need to do. Fortunately, Jamie only has 1 command point, so cannot be interrupting. And then down here, the Troop Master took a las cannon to the face.
And this is the reason I only have 1 command point left, because I re-rolled the wound roll and managed to get a wound off and rolled 5 for damage, so it was worth it.
So he took a las cannon to the face, meaning that the Warlord was all on his own, but he managed to survive the survived the Overwatch, and he's got himself into position. Hopefully he can do a little bit of damage, and well, fingers crossed we can get him to run off. But
so we forgot one charge there and we've just gone back, and could be quite crucial, to be honest, because if we both survive, then we need to make sure that Richard is contesting the objective as well. So we're both within 3 inches of objective 4 centre and outside of range for heroic intervention.
go back a bit.
So pivotal, we shall see.
Okay, so into the fight phase. So this is dangerous, unfortunately. Those Terminators, I've obviously got to do some damage, because otherwise they're going to seriously hurt my characters there. So I'm going to start off with my Troop Master, holding the power sword. I'm hoping he can do a bit of something. He's not done great normally, but we're going to start.
See
So
what he can do.
hitting on 2s.
Show me what
Ooh,
you've got.
that's not a good start. He is now win on 5s, admittedly with a reroll.
That's 1.
So
That's
that is 2 at -3.
Right, so needing 5s to save as well.
Yeah. Ooh,
1 wound taken.
so it's just a single wound. Not ideal. So Shadow Seer next to him.
Wounds on him.
Yeah. I'll have to check the attack. So quick check on the Shadow Seer. Had to do is 3 attacks. So she's going to attack. So hitting on 2s.
All hits.
She seems to be a bit better. This is win on 3s with a reroll. Didn't need it. So that is just -1, unfortunately.
So 3 up saves. 1,
Oh, very
2,
good.
3.
So this is definitely not going my way now, unfortunately.
Well, we shall see what they can do in return shortly, but you've got some more
Okay,
attacks.
so
to do first,
Warlord.
haven't you?
She's going to attack this unit here. She hits with 2, and then
Wounds
no,
with
it's
1.
just a single one.
Okay, so 4 up save this time.
Oh,
Made.
very well done. And then this girl down here. So 4 attacks with the caress. In on 3s.
Just giving her a little stroke there.
Wound on 3s.
That's
So that is 2 at -2.
Right, not looking good for that sergeant.
And he is gone.
He's a gunner. Well played. That's taken me off that objective, which is crucial. To the point where it might be worth spending my last command point. Maybe 1 in 3 chance. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. Last command point. Then you probably steal it and get one back. Yeah. No.
Do I get it?
It
Yes,
does.
I do.
I've got to stop doing that too. Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Solitaire next is going to attack against Predator. Due to the fact that it is a vehicle, I no longer get my flat 3 damage, sadly. But I am still hitting on 2s. Single miss. And then, sadly, you're T7, aren't you?
Yes.
So win on 5s with a reroll. None so far. That is 3 at -1.
4 up saves.
Oh,
Made none of them.
that's 3 damage gone through.
Okay.
And then we'll finish off last one with our Star Weaver down here, which all 3 hit, believe it or not. And that is 2 wounds on the Dreadnought. No minus. He does pass. He does pass. Okay. So,
Oh, and don't forget up here.
and our little grudge match up here.
Yeah.
So 3 attacks from the Sky Weaver.
They've all gone everywhere.
They have gone everyone.
4
That is
and
2
4.
hits. And that is 2 wounds.
Wow.
AP -2.
So saving on 6s. Nice.
Nice. 4 damage. So he is
So
gone.
well done. I think you've done what you needed to do. You've knocked me off 2 objectives.
Okay, let's just see if I can now hold off enough. I've got a lot of heavy power fist attacks coming in now, which I'm more than slightly worried about.
Well,
And we'll see if my characters can survive long enough to do what they need to do. So straight back in on your attacks. What are you going to start with?
well, might as well just start with the Predator and work our way around. So 3 attacks on top profile, needing 6s. That's the one.
Ooh,
That's the one.
who does wound?
Totem dice. No, whichever you please.
He's
Nice.
fine.
Dreadnought stomping back. Need to take that last wound off, get rid of this annoying vehicle. 3 hits.
Yeah.
Moving 3s to wound you. Rerolling 1s, didn't need it.
Ooh.
3 saves, could be it.
And that is gone.
It's gone.
With 2 fails.
Finally.
Does he blow up?
No.
3.
Got a command point.
He's not going to use his command point on that one.
That'd be silly, wouldn't it?
So that Starweaver is gone.
Good, now that Dreadnought can actually shoot at things again. Right. We'll do the pile-ins over here.
Terminators.
So I'll just pile in over here. And then we'll just fight back. We've got 1, 2, 3 with the chainsword and 2 more. So 5 attacks, 3 hits, 3 wounds. Do you want me to roll these? That was taken into account the minus
she
1,
has
wasn't it?
3 armour saves, 3 wounds left.
1 done.
So she takes 1. She has
Okay.
got 2 wounds left.
Then we'll just do the Terminators here. So we've got 2, 4, 6 between the power and chain fists, and then we've got 3 of the veteran sergeants power sword.
Okay. So what are you going to be hitting on? You've got a choice of targets there.
They're both on full wounds, aren't they?
Both are untouched, yes.
I'm going to go for the Troop Master. They both got the same save as well. Tough one, actually, because the Star Misraement's been annoying the whole game, but this one has a lot more potential for damage with the psychic powers, which also been annoying. So then if I get 1 attack through with the power fists, it's going to do wounds. I'm starting to fall into the trap of trying to split my attacks, and it's never a good thing, is it? Okay, I'm going to go all or nothing on one of them. I'm going to go for the Shadow Seer. I think that's the right choice.
Okay.
I may live to regret it. Okay, so power sword, 2 hits, needing 4s, sorry, because of the
-1.
Shadow Seer. So that's nothing. Okay, power fists hitting on 4s. It's a mixture of power and chain fist. I don't think there's any difference for this purpose.
That's winning on 3s.
Landing on 3s. Oh dear, that's 2 saves.
2 4-up invulnerables. There's 1 gone through.
And that's only 1 damage.
1 damage.
Epic failure there. Okay.
Okay, so I think I got very lightly out of that.
Is there anything else?
That moment.
Done everything. Okay, so beginning of my turn 3, I'll be holding now a single objective.
Okay, so what's that put you on now then?
That's 5 to your 7.
Oh, okay.
So unless I can get Slay the Warlord to start to level things up again, yeah.
You've got morale first though, haven't you?
I have got morale on the Terminators and the Tactical Squad.
Okay.
So Terminators, we've
on
got
-4.
So
you've lost 1.
I've lost 1.
Plus the Death Jester and the shards.
So what we need is, I think, because they're veteran status, they are leadership 9.
Okay.
So let's hope for a low number. That's not what we
So
want.
there is 1 gone.
Well.
Oh no, veteran.
Yeah, we're Space Marines, so we can re-roll it. That's a 3, so I think that should be okay. And then over here,
Tactical Squad.
they're at -2. Is that correct?
They were -2 from the Death Jester, and they have lost 1. No, they haven't lost any.
No, that was last turn, wasn't it? So they've been very lucky with their saves.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
No, you've not lost any, so you don't need morale.
Oh, of course not. What are we thinking? It's all these morale shenanigans you keep playing on me. It's confusing me.
Wow.
Right.
So we'll go into your movement.
Yeah,
and
I'll come
see how we go.
back. Won't take long. Right, difficult tactical decisions over here because I need to kill the Warlord, but there are several objectives around here, and it was a difficult decision. I'm not sure I trusted the Tactical Squad to knock those last 2 wounds off, so I've fallen them back over here onto objective 1, which you can't see behind the building. The Tempest, I was then tempted, because I can't get the damaged Rhino over to that objective because it's so slow, to move it into the line of sight of the Shadow Seer, who can't be seen through the building. Ultimately, I think I'm going to forfeit the Tempest's shooting, really, and just keep it on the objective. I've moved it over slightly so that it can't get away. Terminator stayed locked up, Predator's fallen back. Diomedes is going to challenge this guy over here. Dreadnought's moved on to objective 4. I'm probably going to shoot this in the face. What I really need to do is use the Devastators and the Land Speed, which has moved up here, to get rid of the last 2 non-character units on the board so that I can shoot this. And that's what we're going to try and do.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to go straight into shooting phase?
Yeah, let's go. So we'll use the. So I have moved, and is it -1 because
It is indeed -1.
So we're looking
-2.
5s to hit. 1 hit with a heavy bolter. And
that is a wound.
Wound because you're toughness 4. Yeah,
Indeed.
it's a good start.
That is a fail. So
Okay.
1 wound down, 2 remaining.
This is
3 hits.
3 hits. 3 wounds.
Oh, very nice.
That's what we
that
wanted.
is the model dead. Now I could burn a command point to try and keep him alive.
Ah, you do have the command point that I've generously given you.
We're going to risk it.
You risk it. It was worth
So
it.
that is a pass, but do I get it back?
That must be wrong.
So now I think Jamie's going to have to rely.
Yep, so the flak missile can shoot through up at it, so we're going to have to decide who's going to shoot at what now. Was the Dreadnought can have a pop at it?
Indeed.
Yeah, so I think the Dreadnought's going to fire a frag missile into this little chap. And
Yeah.
then the last can up there. So he has moved, so it is going to be -2 again. So
Yeah.
needing 5s to hit with the las cannon on this annoying bike. No.
Nope. And then the missile.
The frag missile is going to be just the 1 shot, but it might be enough.
Just a -1.
On the Harlequin.
Yep, because you moved.
Of course, very good.
So
So
probably
that's
down to
great.
Devastators now.
I think so. I've got a storm bolter here. I might as well expend it over here because if it works, then it's it's all moot. You never know. 3 hits.
Nice.
-1 to wound you, isn't it?
Indeed.
It's 2 saves, please.
Ooh. So could do it with this one, and I have used my command point, and it's gone.
It's done it. That is
So that is
Warlord.
Slay the Warlord.
Bye bye, bitch. Bye bye. Up with the missile. So it's
Yep.
a frag missile. Only 2 shots.
So hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. It's 2 hits.
Mhm.
Wounding on 4s. It's 1
Ooh,
save.
that's all you need.
Oh,
That is gone.
no command points.
No command points left to use. So that is bye bye.
And we've got the bolters going down here. That was 4. And the heavy bolter also. So that's 2 hits on the heavy bolter, which translates into 2 wounds and 1 wound
Ooh.
from the bolt gun, so 3
Okay.
saves.
3 saves on the last guy.
1 got through. That
1
was
got
enough.
through. That's all it needed.
There we go.
So that is my last non-character
Yes.
model.
But there are still
No
1, 2,
taken out.
3, 4, 5 characters on the board.
Indeed.
And they're not very wounded, so... Right, our last shot will be Diomedes firing his Mastercraft bolt gun.
That was all that.
2 hits. 1 wound. It's damage 2 if it goes through. No,
It does not.
Always good. So, we're going to move into the assault phase. I don't think there's much to do really. Predator has fallen back, so it's going to be Diomedes charging there.
Okay.
You've got no Overwatch?
I have no Overwatch.
Right, so well.
He's definitely in.
Okay. But no one can interrupt, so I think it's just going to be a case of Diomedes first. So Teeth of Terror, that's just a 1 extra attack. 4 attacks hitting on 2s.
Nice.
And then wounding you on 3s, I believe.
3s? Yeah.
Rerolling that 1 because I'm a lieutenant. Never mind. 2 saves.
2 saves on a 3 up invulnerable.
Very good.
Saved.
And then Terminators over here. We've got again 6 power fist attacks. After last time's shocking display, I'm just going to focus all the attacks onto the shadows here again.
Yep.
Power fists. It's 4 hits. It's 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
3
So she
invulnerable
has got a
saves.
4 up invulnerable again. Oh, she
2
passes
go
1, but 2 go through.
Damage rolls crucial. That's
No.
4.
That is 4, that's all she needed.
And the power sword is not needed.
Indeed.
So, do you wish to fight back?
I shall be firing back. We'll go with the Troop Master to start with.
Do you want me to take the camera?
Yes, please.
Alright.
We'll cut that down. Okay, so 5 attacks with the Troop Master. 1 miss. They are wounded on 5s with a reroll. That is 3 at -3.
Ouch. Okay, I'm going to use your dice.
You're going to use my curse dice.
Okay.
Oh.
So one is dead and one is down to a wound. So we remove this chap and put it on Mr. Chainsword.
Okay.
Chainsword, chain fist.
Chain fist. Okay,
Right.
and then solitaire.
Move around here for the solitaire.
Now we'll come round. So solitaire's attacks, 8 attacks, hitting on 2s. And
Good.
then it will be wounded on 4s with a reroll. We'll see minimal effort expended on some of those. So that is 5 at -1.
Okay.
And these are flat 3 damage again.
May have been an error on my part because if 2 of these go through, only one has. So
that is just 3
he
damage.
survives on 1 wound.
And that is the end of the combat phase again
so
here.
I believe the score at the end of turn 3 is Harlequins 7, and because I got Slay the Warlord, puts me up to 6.
Indeed.
Still to
So
play
it's only
for.
a single point in it now.
Yeah.
I've unfortunately got very little left. So we'll do the movement of the objectives again.
And we'll come back after that.
Touch wood. We'll see what happens.
Okay, Richard, tell us what's happened with these objectives.
Okay, so this has made it a little bit more interesting actually. We've had a couple of movements, but actually not a great deal. So it's helped me a little bit. Number 5 has basically stayed in the same position. Number 6 moved back slightly, but my Death Jester's still holding. Number 1 has moved, but Tactical Squad's still holding it.
So he was slap bang in the middle of
There is one still buried behind that Tempest. 4 over there has remained where it is, held by that Dreadnought. And number 3 up here has remained where it is. So, could be tough here. Jamie's holding 4 objectives on this next one, of which I'm not likely to move him off most of them. So, I think, unfortunately, it's going to be a tough one for me. I'm holding 2, so that puts me up to 9. But I'm not likely to get a great deal extra from here, so...
we've gone past the point of first strikes and warlords, so don't forget line breaker for that crucial last point.
Exactly. So we're going to have a look. I think for me, may just be a case of trying to stay alive currently, but we're going to see. Let's see how it goes. So very short movement phase, as I'm sure you can imagine, with only 5 models left on the board. Death Jesters kind of remained where they are. This guy's in range for the Terminators, but that's about it. This chap over here is sat on the objective. He's going to stay where he is. Troop Master down here has fallen back from the Terminators, not really doing a great deal there. And he's moved in on his Tactical Squad, going to try and deal with them. Solitaire has fallen back. He's going to try and contest this objective. If I can prevent Jamie from scoring that one, I'll be happy. It's looking at the moment, if I can just prevent him from capturing those 2, I may still hold a very slender lead on it.
Horribly close.
This is going to be a very, very close game, so we just need to see what damage I can do now. No psychics, because both my Shadow Seers are kaput, so we're just going to go straight into the shooting. No need to take a break. So Death Jester from here.
Okay.
Only thing in range is the Terminators, so he's going to fire his normal shot. That is all hits. That is 1 at -3 and 2 standard armours.
So we'll do the standard armours first, because we have got 1 wound on the Terminators. There you go.
So pass.
And then the -3.
And that is 1.
So we're whittling them down.
Okay. And then the other Death Jester over here is going to fire at the Tactical Squad.
Right.
Again, he will be. In fact, this time he's going to change up a little bit. He's going to go for a shriek around.
And what's the reason for that?
So, whilst it's probably a little bit less likely to kill one, due to just to get the single shot, if I can do the damage and can get one, the extra mortal wounds could well save me.
Okay.
So we are going to roll a hit.
Very good.
We now need a 3 to wound, and it fails.
And
no command points left.
Left for anyone. So
Okay, so Troop Master, his fusion pistol into the Tactical Squad, hits.
Melt Curse. No Melt
Curse, no. So 1 has gone.
So it'll be Johnny Bolter, I'm afraid.
Johnny Bolter.
It doesn't pay to just hold a bolter. You've got to have a special weapon or a heavy weapon, or be a sergeant.
Exactly. So assaults, only one assault.
Okay.
And that is going to be the True Master, who has the star Miss Raymond.
So there's no Overwatch.
So no Overwatch.
That doesn't suffer the same fate as his friend.
No.
Lance cannon to the face.
So he will be moving in.
Very good.
And then we'll go straight into the attacks, because let's face it, there's not many models left. We'll just roll through this. So 5 attacks, hidden on 2s. Wounded on 5s with a reroll. Oh,
wow.
That is what we needed. That is exactly what we needed for this fight.
Wow.
So that is 5 at -3.
I can't see the tactical squad surviving this.
Ooh.
No, they are
So
gone,
it is just...
gone. Oops.
Oh. And that's why you magnetise your models, fellas.
It's all going mad because... Points are scored into. Right, Richard, so you are on 9 points.
I am. How many are you?
Well, I believe, let me just look at my tally chart. I was on 5 points. So
how many do you hold?
let's have a look. 1 under there,
Yeah.
and 1 up there. And you very skillfully knocked me off of this objective and
the True Master?
contested this one. So
Indeed.
it is 2 points that I've scored.
Okay.
So it's 7 to your 9.
Indeed.
Very well done.
So we'll run you through your movement phase.
Yeah, I
We'll
will
come
be
back
brief.
at the end. I'm sure it won't last long.
I
So
don't think it will.
end of your quick movement phase.
Yeah, it's difficult decisions because I've got 2 relatively fast units here that kind of try and go for line breaker, but at the same time they're sitting nicely on 2 of the objectives, so
Indeed.
I'm going to leave them where they are. Diomedes has jumped back over here. He's only got 1 wound left, but he's going to have a pop again.
At the solitaire?
He's following this solitaire round. Dreadnought was sidestepped. I know I'll get a minus to his shooting, but he needed to give the Predator line of sight to the solitaire, but frankly I think the solitaire's got all the firepower coming into it, and as soon as he's dead, the firepower will be directed to the Troop Master, and as soon as he's dead, it'll be directed to the Death Jester. So we'll just see how it goes. So first we'll open up with the Land Speeder, because that's his only target. Heavy Bolter. We haven't moved. Does he get any minus to hits?
No negatives.
So 3 hits, and that's 2 wounds. So
2 wounds. 2 3-ups. He passes both.
good. Then the Assault Cannon. 3 hits, 2s to wound, that's 2 saves again.
2 saves. 1 wound taken, so he's down to 3, I believe now. He's already taken 1.
So the Terminators are next in line to shoot at him.
Mm.
Do we have line of sight? I know with Stormbolter we certainly have. I don't know with the Assault Cannon.
Don't believe the Assault Cannon can.
I
From
don't
there.
think the Assault Cannon can see your Troop Master either, so he
Okay.
just can't shoot anyone. So best of nothing. Stormbolters though. Stormbolters. 3
Stormbolt, we're
saves.
doing Stormboltery things. So that is another 2
more.
wounds taken.
On left, Diomedes
1.
will deliver the death shot to the face. 2 hits. No, he won't.
No wins.
We'll try and finish him off with the Stormbolt from the Rhino. Let's have
Okay.
Rhino, which has moved slightly
Yeah.
forward incidentally in case he needs to charge, but I'm not sure that'll be a thing. 2 saves.
2 wounds. And he is dead.
End of this
So that is the Solitaire has
beautifully
gone.
painted Solitaire, who has been a thorn in my side for the whole game. Right, the Tempest now, shooting over at the Troop Master. Hasn't
Troop
moved.
Master down there.
So we've got Assault Cannon. Only 2 hits. Only 1 wound.
And that is a fail.
So he's got 4 left.
4 wounds.
Right, the Tempest Launcher, whatever it's called, has 4 shots. 3 hits. This is
Not
strength
bad.
6. 2 wounds.
Ooh.
This is a -3 weapon, not that it matters so much, but it's
No, still 4 up in Vault,
2
of which
damage, neither of which go
both
through.
go through on
Very
Pop's cards.
good. Okay, now we have to divvy up these last shots. So the Devastators.
So do you want to plan them out and we'll come
I think
back?
I'll have a quick measure and we'll come back. Just on some measuring, so the bolters are out of range of the Troop Master, so what we're going to do is fire the las cannon missile launcher at the Death Jester.
Yep.
Sitting up pretty on top of there. And then the 2 heavy bolters will go down on this Troop Master. Okay, so the heavy bolters first. This is where I wish I had some hellfire. 2 saves, please.
Oh, there's 1 gone through.
Down to 3.
Indeed.
Right, and then the las cannon missile launcher over there. Las cannon first is going to use the signum.
Signum.
Yep.
So here's a hit.
And this launched it. So to wound.
Does it wound? Oh, sorry. Was that a
to
hit?
wound. Yes, it definitely wounds. But
Yep.
Did you roll 5?
I did. Yeah.
So that can be your save.
Okay.
Right. So that's the Devastator's done. So we've just got the 2 units down here.
Yep.
I think we'll do the Dreadnought first over at the Troop Master.
Troop Master.
Twin las cannon. You did move. 1 hit.
That's 1 hit.
1 wound.
That is a save.
We're back to that classic dilemma. Do I do frag or crack? And I think I'm going to do frag. So it's only 2 shots now. Wrong decision.
1 hit.
1 hit.
Does
One
wound.
save.
Oh, does fail though.
So if that was a crack missile, you'd have been dead.
But instead, he's got 2 wounds left.
Yep. Last shot then is going to be this Predator.
Yeah.
So he's going to shoot at your Death Jester with his twin las cannon.
The shoulder. Yeah.
And he's going to shoot the Predator autocannon down at him.
Okay. The Troop Master.
Predator autocannon. Okay. 2 shots.
Just when you don't need them.
So they both hit though.
Yep.
And they're looking at 2s to wound you. Rerolling the 1 for the Lieutenant possibly. Let's just double check that range. No, he's out.
He is out.
Just the 1.
Just the 1. Could still get him.
3 damage.
We'll get him.
That's
So that's the Troop Master gone.
And then the last shot of the turn, twin las cannon at the Death Jester. Didn't move, so they both hit. They both wound.
And they both saved.
There we go.
So that is the Troop Master gone. Then leaves me with just 2 Death Jesters left.
So it pays to be a coward and sit at the back of the battlefield.
Apparently so. So, okay, so that's the end of turn 3, believe it or not. So we'll be going into turn 4. We'll do the movement of the objectives. Currently, I've got to be honest, I'm not liking my chances, even though I've got a slight lead. I think I'm probably going to have lost my remaining units fairly soon. But we'll see what we can do at the end of turn.
Never give up.
So, end of the movement phase, and an incredibly quick one, although there was a little bit of deliberation with, how do they say it? Brave Sir Robin?
Yes, so your 2 Death Jesters have run away and hidden. Which
Run away and
is
hidden.
the right thing to do.
One in the bottom of the building there, after he got a nice advance roll. Basically, my plan currently is, while I got a slender lead, is basically just to survive.
Yeah.
So the objectives did help me a little bit. In fact, that this one, I managed to win, so have kept hold of.
Yeah. So we currently put you on 11
These 2 have both
points.
moved. Yeah.
27. So
these 2 have moved. That one stayed still.
Yep.
That one has moved.
So
handily.
I can't hold that one.
And that one has stayed still. So currently I'm 11-7 up. Jamie will hold 2 at the start of his phase. So if I can at least just try and survive to the end of the game, I've got a chance.
Well, should we just launch straight into my face?
Indeed.
Right, so I'm going to keep the Tempest and the Speeder exactly where they are.
Mm-hmm.
The Rhino has a 6-inch movement but it can advance. So we're going to advance as far as he'll go, and it's a 4.
Ooh.
So
will a 10 get him that?
Well, a 10 will get him to there. I was kind of hoping to get him to objective 6, but it probably isn't much to ask. Okay, so Captain Diomedes, or Lieutenant, or whatever he wants to call himself, is going to try and advance onto objective 1 as well.
I think he probably deserves to be a captain after this.
Well, I don't think he's got much choice, seeing as Angelos is in pieces down here. So 16 will put us slap bang there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got that objective pretty much sewn up. The Dreadnought is going to move 6 and sit straight on objective 4. And the Terminators, where did your Death Jester run away to in that building?
There's one in this building.
Okay, well they're just going to
Right under there.
walk over here then.
In the shadows.
Okay, so that will be the end of my turn 5. So as it stands, I believe it's 11-9.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, if the game ends, it's Harlequin victory.
So Jamie.
Yeah, no pressure, but
No pressure.
as it stands, I'm 2 points behind. I can't get the line breaker, and we're at the end of turn 5. So, there's a dice roll to be made.
There is indeed.
I think the way we're predicting this will go is if I get 3 or more on this dice roll, and we have a 6th turn, it'll probably be a Blood Raven's victory. If it goes the other way, then we end now and it's a Harlequin victory.
Indeed.
So no pressure.
No pressure at all. At all.
Okay. So I'm going to roll it in that direction. Fingers crossed for the Blood Ravens.
And that is the Dice of Destiny. And that is a 1.
It had to happen, didn't it?
So, end of the game. A very, very slender
very good
Harlequin
game.
victory.
Shake my hands.
Good game.
There we go. What a game.
So we'll come back with a wrap up in a minute.
Yeah.
I think we've got a lot to discuss in that game.
Wow. That's one of the better 40k games, I think, when you have a game that's that close.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So then, wow. That was tough.
We're both hot and tired as well.
Very,
It's been
very
a
warm.
long day of filming in a very hot room.
Yeah.
But worth it.
So I genuinely couldn't have asked for a closer game, I don't think, on that one.
Great game.
We're fairly sure we've probably made a few mistakes here and there, and got a few learning points for sure. We have just gone back and reread, try and work out the points, but we work out to be at least a draw or a Harlequins victory.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's a Harlequins victory. We think we might have I might have miscounted some of the Blood Ravens victory points at one point, but at worst it would be a draw. But we're pretty sure it's a win for the Harlequins. Rich will, of course, when editing, go through, and if he does the tally and it's different, he will add to this, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Congratulations, buddy. It's been a while.
Thank you. Yeah,
it'll be cut, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, the Harlequins, it has been a little while actually since they've had a decent victory. I've got to be honest, I do tend to get quite good games with them, and certainly close, very, very bloody, as we tell from that one. End of the game, I had 2 Death Jesters left. That's literally 90 points worth of unit left on the board, literally hanging on by their fingernails. Yeah, I think it was a tough one for sure, but certainly an enjoyable one, even if we are absolutely boiling and knackered. So, Jamie, your MVP?
Well, I've gone for the Devastators, who are one of the few units to survive to the end of the game intact. I seem to recall in the earlier turns, certainly, they did plenty of damage, took down a lot of vehicles, and yeah, I got good mileage out of them. I think overall the game was one where, as we used the new Blood Raven chapter tactics, and I lost the Librarian in the so I think it was your second turn, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, well no, maybe in my first turn.
It was end of your combat phase.
It was, yeah, so the Librarian died. I don't think I got any real benefit out of using the Blood Raven's chapter tactics at all. We discussed this before. I was going to use them as salamanders as previous, but I think if I'd have used them as that and got all the perks that come with the rerolls to hit and to wound, then we might have been looking at a different game. But
very different game, I think.
we're going to have a think about how to improve on that awful chapter tactic that Games Workshop have put out. That's just not.
I don't think it's that bad. Just got to find out the best way to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I'm just not sure that many strength 8 and above things are going to be shooting at infantry. But that's a debate for another video.
Yeah, quite possibly. My MVP actually was quite a tough choice. I ended up going for the Troop Master with the Star Misraiment, and pure fact is I don't think without him ignoring the Overwatch, probably half those combats wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Jamie's Overwatch was pretty brutal at times. Certainly the Predator and a single las cannon made a big mess of some of my units. So
that was a good use of a reroll.
And that was a very good use of a reroll, and gave me a command point.
Yeah. Share alike.
So I think he's probably been my MVP. He did a little bit of damage himself as well, but that's really that's not what they're there for. They're there for the aura, and certainly for him to try and soak up some Overwatch so the very, very fragile clowns can get there. Overall, yeah, I genuinely can't complain about the game, Jamie.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Very good game. And it literally came down to a dice roll, because I think we calculated that if it had gone to the turn 6, then I would have just clinched it by a point.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely. So you will see both of these armies again, I'm definitely sure of that. We'll certainly keep the Blood Ravens coming back, and I do love my Harlequins. Obviously I need the practice to learn how to use them a bit better. So any suggestions? Again, anything we've got wrong, we are just starting out. We're getting to know our armies, getting to know actually recording.
It's a very different experience filming a battle record to actually just playing a game. I've found anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
And you've played 2 today, so you're knackered.
Yeah,
So
I need a beer and a sofa.
Exactly. So yeah, just let us know, and we're very much appreciating you sharing it. Get the word out for us, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ta and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell.